light ntinti mu odu police center wa ye hwa yesterday bi nya na auto aba san kwa
because say about to say okoto say most
yes
you know e dey ti
toss me
it's sabre ya me no e kase amafo bebre na bu ofu because 2024 man to me anto aba
yes
they are eligible
yes
when to me anto aba amamra ne mo ho kwan but man to me anto aba
we voters register e ba ya over 18 million population ana na was a committee to about Ghana for was a committee to about so to about they 11 million somewhere around 11 million it's just like John Dramani Mahama enya 6.6 million there about ana Alhaji Mahmood ba enya 4. Is it 4.8 or 4.7
the visa
what the American has it
no enya dem fam ho
ukabamwa 11 million kakra bi inti nipa be 7 million 6 million
so people are angry today
yes.
because kwanya to say Okome district German of district obit is the zera the friend our baba Froka 18 years first time voter it's on Froka camera sampa
no
na
reason bia so a yisi chairperson de beto abonte na say that nya reason bia she that aso
and procurement issues so ewo ho
yes
I know so yen sem bebre so ekoso enti kwabra sansem no ene ye bedi hu enkomo
very well
enti before san konyasie na oman ne betena se no ye wa gudie mu nsem ebeba na fe eye mrante no de ebewura gudie mu nsem se ne enema esi eko ewo oman yi mu gudie mu nsem ti eboni fandi na fe Roger Emmanuel wo mo so ebeba kamensa na ombako e de gudie mu nsem na ba na mom sabre bebe ye dri de ye de eye de obon krata ho nsem ene ba beso mo e de na nkrata no eka eno na ebema wa huru ne ekoso ewo oman mu nti anope na waso wunya hu ne ekoso 120 news de obon krata no ye betena se na fe ya baba mu na ya bobo hu na fe nsema ekoso oman mu no wo so watumi hu bi ewa ha se afere wa join here live on TV XYZ and afe Power 97.9 ye live in so Facebook hwehwe Power 979 FM hwehwe Power 979 FM ye twoni nyina bom obehu ye live wo tu hu ya na wa share link no ma afoforo nso nte ye nka what I say nsem no doso na afe obetumi nso akọ ye TV XYZ Ghana and so Facebook now the wadwen kire no enso aba nsema ye ba be bobo hu e wa ha sei no obrempo ba keka messages ni nyina bom pacho nya temdidie mesrew nya temdidie nsem no say
wudi atema ye nkan
no
na Piesie onim his excellency oba no na sem ba ko na ye Okada boys Okada ye na me de wo de ka sei Piesie na ye bedi hu nkomo Okada fo atede omatede nemom terms and conditions applied
nemom ensese kakra
bata ho but say de Okada fo ya be feel free a wonamwa say ya kire bibi a wanya awaye no police ntimi nchini ngini sika said you be to the pack home
hey motor be 20
what I say
come je my frustrated chale ani sito obi document obi niema ISN nsaka
why see wo street niema nsheda nkoyie na fe omo pesika ebi kura kwaje besia ebi here work and pay with Okada
yes
na Okada na ade besa na wa ya he ne ya chi wo ne ya je ogbum se betwam because ye be mo license ye be mo license ye be mo nkrata e kire se wo mu betimi atwi Okada no wo Ghana ho e dia ye adwuma nemom terms and conditions apply eno na ye be mu ho nemom mo bia ko dia
krabata ho
enne e wa ha nsem ne doso
ene se ya transie ni na ye de nsem na ebre oni enti menko ba bia nsem na aha nsem no na editie e na ye ka aha na nokre ne wo ye be ba mu na fe obi a one person man no be koyie ne ye be body di na fe akekan adwan akire no tumi metena se wo man mu na fe o man na ese tumi koso yie no na fe yeto na ye kwani ena na o na ye di bibia hye wonsa no se wo de wo nya adwuma nkrofo bi so wo ma ye o ma dwen se wo metoto abo aba park so mo da mo toto abo ne mra park so yeso ye besesa na ya to abo mo ye besesa na yeso ya to abo mo because yantena se ma o man yes Ghana baby ya sinki akoduru no ese sa bere ye nyina ye boa ase ka tim ewa afromu na passenger car na passengers ni nyina esi na ye pia ye nyina ye mpia na ye mfira afronum mampanyin kwantu be nye enu tira mema ba betena ha mimi ye mafamu de enu tira akora kofi da akoso abetena ha ono so ye na famu de abrante na o hye green na otimechi no ono so ye na famu de abrante bi so hye black ogina camera nechi Wilisefa ono so ye na famu de ye nyina na ye bua na ye pia Ghana na ye ka na tim no ye pia e de free bonchi bonkanum akora kofi da akwa mache
Yeah, near Piesie.
Bibi aboko.
Yes, we are dumti.
Yes, we are dumti. Yeah, I like the response. Yes, we are dumti. Yeah. Minu nyina jide bako. Okay. Teams where you come up Bald People Association.
Oh, the funny side.
Kasongo.
Oh, say, the nano pevi kasa.
Ove.
Ene ukuda.
Ene mekrada.
Yeah.
Tebu kwada. Yana excitement.
What's your very maybe a one Wednesday be our friend Kwakubu nsam.
Aye. Mijitum aye. Mijitum.
Mate.
Kwakubu nsam frame anya hwe. So be anim say edwuma me wa ha say nya bunsam edwuma.
Yeah.
Nene do bon krata no e ka say.
Okay, so mko ana mention this kakra.
That be asem okay unim. Answer na yebetu fan no. Ene wo ba okwana na nam so na street light edwuma.
Oh yes.
Unam we so.
Yeah. Yo medino edwuma.
Ba kwan na no na me kofie na Yura John Dramani Mahama so kofie. Ena moto kid ni die nim no mo se yenyina na mampanyi ba na mo se yes so obi agina efa ni die mani ni die se no na kwan na me nam so no anope mi san kofa so street light makomako 85 enye adwuma mampanyi John Dramani Mahama fie kwan so street light enye adwuma o se yare ho
ene regional minister
se ho yela dade kotopon
regional minister
ana ho yenfa
ho yela
Bema camp kwan no
it falls under ladder de gotopon Madam Linda Obiniwa Okulu ono no regional minister ono she hubo eti honorable Mr. PSC no use hifa Bema camp straight this
free baby a mampanyi ehye overhead na se wo East Legon ho no afa East Legon afa motorway ne so no se wo fa sa overhead no so na wo sane aba chain homes runabout so wo sane street light na edwuma ba wudru chain homes runabout ona o de ba Bema camp no before so obedru Bema camp overhead no street light makomako 85
enye edwuma obeye
eye mampanyi joma ama kwan so
Linda Obiniwa Okulu beye
wache
bisi obema wo nsiesie
wache
bia no hu enti wakan anope obeye hu edwuma
wa na MP wo ho
Rita Odole Sowa
Mami Odole Sowa
osan ye deputy minister
for
ministry na me we fi kakra but deputy minister yeah for that one minute
your constituency Mami constituency
Odole Sowa
mo eti mampanyina ti constituency ni de say make sure say street light no kwan no ebo ada ho ama se kwan no so de emu da ho kama pa se Obasa ye a new one biom so free Bema camp na wo koteshia oma ye your friend is saying lane back one kan ho so won ko use runabout no kwa we do runabout na wa for send fa so into omo mo ko East Legon spenters no omo na traffic ni chi omo de traffic nti omo ya de se wo ma ye kwan no name street light no wo mo enye bibi emfamfa because won say ho ye lonely tie bi ani ho won say two pampim
who say Rita Odole Sowa no deputy minister for local government
it's
local government follow within here it's where the Rita Odole Uyobia and regional minister Uyobia and then you pa ben mu kambom
and then ye kan boko na ye kodi Easter bar
kaso
na kan boko da bi yan kan boko bi
mare nanga
mame Rita Odole Sowa ye kodi Easter wia street light no asem no yan kan boko bi thank you for the work so sweet minu ya ba ama poma Chichiku, waba betena say.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Great. Yeah, I'm doing well.
Great.
You're looking splendid this morning.
Thank you.
Good. Have you taken your tea?
Not yet.
And a couple of Anyway, the back at the someone I do so I had the somewhere with your for ladies first.
Mate.
Ama. Say chance here dey fa the Democrat your friend the Ghanaian Times the Democrat and chance here we nsemi mu anope we twamfo ni dia to ha yewa ya won wo show my Ghanaian sase ene ne pa hodo ya twedi amponyankopon dia dom ye so Emmanuel Amakofi bu anfoni ene odi ato the Democrat ye ni anope asema wo kan ye wonim so my Ghana ye commission ye hwensase ho nsem so ne ye ye be digitalize wo mo na ye no odi ato dwa se sa be fo kwan no a ye pese ye de lands commission fa so no se na yesi epesika na ya hwa masa implementation na koso na se hia be se $165 million and tumia ya se adwuma no na eno anko twetwe bia koso de fa ekwan ya commission be fa so adi omudwuma na wo mani masa ye nyam bi me ho eno ko kasa ya wo de sa ensemu etu dwa no pen e wo de Okrah yi mom na Ghana Bauxite Company enso e de atudwa chese wo mu hwe animu se nkwa nkosi afie wie ye de na bauxite wo mama ye be 6 million tons a ye no so ene o mo target ya ene ye twa humfoni de ato de Okrah ye nim de Okrah akroye mu no oba amane se nyame ya ba mmenda ebe ya no Ghana mampanin eni apamfo nyina de omani kiremo ewo omanyi bro East Mantam na hinkro etachiman na kwa wo moko no dwedi a wokodie eye feed Ghana program no eho dwedi e na wokwakodie ewo tachima wokopa ho ntoma wopa ho ntoma wia na nim say fiti asia no ese operation feed yourself no ese die eho dwedi edu so ya ye kwakwaye nti anopa Ghanaian Times your Okrah no ebomu amane na
so asase da ufie nechi a bia banche bia mekodua nkuruma na wonso tembia no nkuruma no se yenyan na se ndoso a wonso obi wo fie na ameka se nkuruma shote
ye kan obi wo ha kwadwere nti wonye bi ubo ye dua ne de no no wotimu meko no wotimu nkwansusu a no wotimu nkontomre no wotimu nkontomre ma mi kodua ne menken ko ani atisu nkontomre nyina ama menken na wu adai
we ma me kafra
enti ye kan munye bi bia pasase ni bi no bia bia beboa wo ankasa
ohu ena sa enkokọ nketenkete no so eno so eba eno so betumi aboa sene I think say after the launch no ye nua ye aprekulate won na kasa de ma agric ministry no obeba honorable Ekopoko no ankasa nso ebeba ye ne no ebetwetwe nkomo e wa ha sei na wa kirechim na Ghana fo atiase na nyina kana tim ewa afromu no ye nyina ye mpia ni mfira afromu na ye nua nsem so entumi enya ne ntuma pa enso mfira
ne Okrah Ghanaian Times bo bono Rexec no e de atodwa se ya na menteme ho aseta sori wo fulanifo na ekuafo ntem e wo bono mantam ne mu na sese wo masigina ye eso mbehwe no matwa so kra se be ya santa wantawa na wo ho no etumi akonti watwa mantam so afonfoni e de ato de Okrah ye ne
onabo akwaboa manim desie onabo akwaboa okay obebo adwuma na akure ye manya message yesi teshi nungwa nyina street light nye adwuma
teshi nungwa
Kofi Annan training institute on say yesi honso street light nye adwuma
and
so wo ba no wanhwe
sa no Kofi Annan me bia me be misa no pe na ye adwuma ene nipa no nche me bia specific
ena me say da se teshi senye se wo ni teshi eti teshi fo na ka teshi
ayo mate
teshi fo ka teshi
no be no minam teshi first junction mobile be pemu la scala be fa Kofi Annan yanim ho sa na me be
Kofi Annan na ya ka chebe no Kofi Annan training ho no o mu say street light nye dwuma
yo mate bia na nipa no so mate enti ono so ne de nti ye be hwe
oni ye hifa teshi ye de ko
lejo kuku
won so aye
no honorable Benaiku
okay lekma
yeah lekma hospital and what tree blow honum achiri honum fa bliza akopemu manet that's different from Kofi Annan ankasa
na se nipa no fa ho no be fa Kofi Annan na wo ka kire me
o ti fa okopie ho se
o se o drive o fa o
yo mate
di mate honorable Benaiku ya chiawo na no pay
honorable Benaiku
ene se ye chiawo ye be chiawo boko so ye dis te wi a ye chiawo boko so biom
honorable Benaiku yo mate bra onim red
Any red.
I'm saying red. Any red. Daily graphic. Oh, says that red. Only red. Oh, move on to some bit of a daily graphic. Back to some man. He
Opioid abuse destroying nation's youth. Oh, renowned psychiatrist sounds alarm.
Yes, I think the Emmanuel. Is it Bassi? Me who ye wa ha e wo me phone so me but me Emmanuel no
okay
e no chem say so only is ready yare oh boy she no nyezo ba mi say na no me gina no one station honom na me say me compassion bia for me kwa chairman oh no mo hu me am say eh brand boy ba ko e so ba me no
oda ono wo hu na wo ba wo che no afa de enna ka no wo kwan so ama nada asemo
na oni enyo nya ni papo obi si jina hono mo ojina car driver jina driver afi
order no asam na esre but then asam na eso unim oman ni human capital no na yese na
enyo ba
unim se time covid eba ye koye no o se Ghana for bebere ko abuchi bebere na ko UK Canada ne ne ka unim ne etia enkokorafo ne mbrewafo ne mrantie bebere na ewu wo ho etu oman no epe human capital nto mo hede bie mu na Africa fo akohyem na wo mo ye adwuma bo oman economy no
na yende
yeye mabunu na wo mo de red ene san nubani e de se wo mo na wo mo sai na enche wo mo bebere e be bodam na edu ma akọ Accra Psychiatric Hospital no why mo na e ma me adwuma
na wo ya me do san pempenso no
ala wo se mo
document abe fara no wadwe ase dada ti dam ne de o mo bo no mo nenam ti na ebi o mo ntia homa na wo ko da o mo da
yo guy obe mu so na abonti no na mo
you be 18 years 16 years 25 years
edro no so nya se ene bo nya de yo ne bo
sa
me top pill ba ko red na color red ba ko 20 cedis just one pill. Wow, one pill ye 20 cedis. And the bit we can for bosso. Teacher say ukita 80 Ghana. Teacher 80 Ghana. No akwa no we na wo ba twese kan agina me anopa me sori ahomachi beti ahesuo so. Na me kakra me nya no wa beje. E was see a fast street in so bia ono ready bia ye nchini ntumo o ya no ye criminal. Because says you can no nya we.
Only me listen why me ani say.
And bia wo no man why addicted. Ntini jai no.
Ending.
And Tibia was who be over 80 cedis plus. Pale no dear, your friend say, I said to pay no, and near back 10 cedis. And I read na color red near back 20 cedis. Wow, a tuning in album. Imagine if we must go for Ghana. And I make an back up in so. Akwa because red lady o di premier o di premier for no na se be hwani Jimmy to one na we dey why we premier boy o ye premier ni
oh
adai
say na doctor beni can say psychiatric psychiatrist say okay you pa we say you hwe na
destroy human capital because ye nyina ye atra 30 na ye ko na ye ko 40 na omo free ye ti ba na fe sa generation ne sei menya ya oman ne dat no be kwa kusi
menya ga se na omo ya ga ma active ni
mo frɛ lawyer Alexander Chumbere mama me on ye deputy penyi a oda narcotics control commission
yeah
wono na wo mo frɛ no na ye ne omo bonkomo so mo na police for etumi e ka ba kyere ho na ye duru station na wo ye na wo da
FDA for mo ye dey ekwa be ne no ne fa so ewura Ghana ha hwan ne mo access to emi edi no ewura ha
na hwan mo
na porous border nti border no so nye nipa de gu so sa your friend is a route na mo se honom ye unauthorized route nse mo tumi identify say your unauthorized route dey na si mo kwa say mo de enkrofo be kwa kogu because unim so be tumi afa wo de eno bi abagana ha
asem no ni how adwene o me de abranto bonzo simple e bia me hu ne nya no pa gidi ase o komrika ba na TDC so na amanebo chemse wona invite Yoko economic and organized crime officer for say one more modern also procurement who breaches be it one America was say can it's a then the IT a year wo and also say dollars a woman
Italy a software $1 million
can you imagine $1 million
say when you say a former a needed 45,000 ko see curtains
yo enti ho amanebo e wo daily graphic munya bia ubetini kroma
45,000 Ghana dia kosi curtains ya bena so but tell Chronicle de Bokrata Brown Crawford no wo mo say o matcho e de akoma diplomatic community ne say wo mo enforce Ghana ne ente commissioner e de investigations afa sa cocaine no mo say
Ghana
right diplomatic community
ono abugina pono ne tokresa e no no kwa
nipa na nkasa na okoka asem no omra kra ne ye misebisa ne nsem no mai nti wo fra diplomatic community no why na mo be share so
lawyer Chumbere mababa oba be chire nsimu enso be chire mu na wo
na kwa ni yeti a ono ye mfre no
so be kobi
dabio na wo enei from January bepim sabre time young John Dramani Mahama ebetena aso yi da bia ye chi cocaine wona se lawyer chumberi maba oba bechem da bia ye chi cocaine na na kufu ado abreso na dodo se na na ye chi
kasongo
o mane nanga
ejibra na chronicle me ra makofi bu a wa charge lands commission so omunya adwuma se de be ya omo credibility atonsuom e be se ja
lands commission
no
na proya ekoso wo ho ko for bia lands commission obi e ba be register na sase no megusu edi ho obi ba be register na sase o say just say ma one day cancer ade asase ni we brinti
chese ono lands commission dey asase ni mu one day na ni sala odi animu no sisi ono je one day
ne o say ye ba be register asase eka bebre ti ye be register
nti ye nti one day kama no
ye mani momenti one day kama
because asase ni dey bri na nipa na ekoto no na ono nipa no o ko register no way
ayo mesi migusu di asem nechi wode ya botre aba batra ha be horo mu se fita
reverend pebi o ko for dia o hwe sabre any ref asem no na aba no
ono so lands commission
o say
lands commission
there be oni ho ono headmaster o school headmaster
okay ko for dia
eti no se ni abai wo fe yapo ayi Ora Daniel Afre owo omampani atenai
okay
o bench for staff office ana se hono wo ena no pemi manache lovely morning
me so me manache why ebe so se ye da ye hona afi ye de agude mu nsem enso etumi ebe etoa moso e wa say Power 97.9 Dwaboase djumedi suni afi na wa join here live on Facebook Power 979 FM na TV XYZ Health Alert Clinic semen culture say na no pain yare ben ene daw so say ye typhoid fever bad cholesterol prostate issues mini ebe ma me papa me ofa wo jonso a wo bre omosi prostate me sra prostate no ekumu me ma pa eti adawo ma kodeko piemu e wo Health Alert Clinic na fe ko ne koje wayare hwe na enu ati obi o hwa ya na o se me ho hyehye me aden obi atumedura na obi antu weduro eye bibi na atochew obi o hwa na ne na hyehye ne saa na fe usisi otra se ntumi nsore ana se chechew rough hypertension na fe stroke ni nyina be pie mo hwa ye betumi aboa ade ede ne se yo mfidi o hwa ye de hwe eye rebienum ansana ye de edura ka Health Alert Clinic o Madina ye ni post office no ene din hwe ni mo enti ya no pay tutumirika yare bia da so bia kokko pie mo ho ye betumi ahwew ama won so no ho atɔ na fe bibia akoso kama pa Monday to Friday 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. ye adwuma kasofo ye waso e ba ko ho pokuase ne ahyama na takrade so ye waso e wo ho tutumirika ne frɛ yen sesia wode ya man kobo 0242518893 0242518893 and 0242518865 ebra so say ye de agudie mu nsem e de ebre wo abrante no waba betena se ebo Taylor esi kati say
ya don but enjeda nyesa ase nkofo bi hantimi anopa we
oh waden
omo hantimi no me ka chiro mo say unse enra
oh now catch me head of national security on the general no the head of national security
ono ka threat me ono so threat
any ebo wan ya omo
hantimi anopa we
any ebo de enye because me head of national security no onye bone da dia sempa
but ono so threat me
na me o de na enye de odi na
enye before to so
odi na enye de na so to me di bone na enye of fort but odi enye de nti odi na enye de
all right I don't pay ya tira se be when some ya sakai na ya dia bro na enra UEFA Champions League games course no ankoye amfama ya Real Madrid won say me do bro samso na room U16 no won so no omugina ko no omhwe nim say preparation ahead of invitational tournament no so no ometumi akọ the squad lineup abasanso na U15 omukoya omukoji eye medialito eye championship no so ndra omo epiemu ewe fia the women's eye Black Queens omuso andra omusicen game eye friendly games are two-legged friendly games against Senegal ndra no so call say no sem ebetumi e de abro sanso na erem Ministry of Sports and Recreation Honorable Kofi Adams and also ati eye 7-member committee say abrantia Nigeria ni obeko eye Ghana ha hwe nkwa no omuso omuhwe weni ensemble and opowe yatina se no yebetumi e de producers Roger Emmanuel the sportsman and Kojo Fosu Fande ni so mi din e de ebo Taylor Asia na yenwem na yenko the Black Queens of Ghana catcher onim say endra na mbawa no ejina kunu we third friendly game
Kimlas obeso the Black Queens team no wetumi abo onim say the first game on Morocco boy kuko Emma Ghana na etumi edi kuko 1-0 the second game no na Senegal eno 9 days training tour na eno so no so our Senegal a month no so na start training tour no na Senegal ebo 2-legged friendly games first leg no etumi here Emma Ghana yede 10 squad no na obaku enya red card na yede 10 players boy ya sa game no etumi edi nkunim enya 1-0 win enso endra na second leg no etumi so eno so no ankoye amfa ma embabawa na yedi nkuko 1-0 ena no so no ankoye amfa amma o my Ghana eno so no etumi ankoye na after game no Black Queens of Ghana head coach Odensembe na atujana before yede ensema okan betumi edi abro no mbabawa omuye starting lineup no say MCT Andra gamer etumi so Cynthia Findib oda Okawubi ono na goalkeeper oda pomu edi ma Black Queens of Ghana so and a captain na Portia Boache and a Nina Noshi na Baba no and so ejina mubi Justice Chudeboa and also Nani Din Sanso and a Josephine Bonsu Jennifer Kujo and a Sina Abambila Chantal boy Iloka Sanso and a Sharifa to Smaila Prinsila Adubia Sanso and a Doris Wedua we any more coach Kimlas Ebomudi na say almost starting game no against Senegal side game no ankoye amfa oh my Ghana into no 2 friendly games Kimlas I have 3 friendly games Kimlas abono olusu mienu na we win bakwa no suru ye bomu edi emamu no after the game no Kimlas eden Piesie Okrah etuja yenti ensema Kofi Kimlas ekran
It changed half of the team between those 2 games, and of course there were many players that haven't played together before. So of course when you put almost a new group together or a new starting 11, that can be a little bit difficult because football is so much about natural relations. If you start to think, then the situation is over. So sometimes you just need to let the feet play the game. And I felt we didn't. So we came into the Senegal way to play, and in the end I think it was a close game, not so many chances for any of the teams, normally a 0-0 game, but they scored and there's nothing I can do about it now, so it's just congratulations to Senegal. I think we can play a better football. So that's the part I'm gonna take with me. But we're also in a process that we have start with the defense since I came in, and now we're start to build a little bit low, how we can do the central midfielder. The final part is to connect with the attacking player, and in these 2 games we couldn't do that. So I think that will be my job in the next camp, to build, connect all the pieces. And if we do that, we're going to be a much better team. But I still think that the performances could be better, even if we won the first one.
Away and some head coach at the mother Black Queens of Ghana, Kimlas. And also no Oditu Jaya showed him set and move on preparation a bit to me akoye. Now we have con a bit to me about Morocco no so Omukwa Bibia koye no wedding kunim and so at the amount of my concron Ghana Yanko the national U15 team him say head coach ya preko Omukwa Israel and also no a tournament can see upon to me a course no mundialito tournament to me a course games are and man ebodi nyankurim die etumi ekon we hu 4-1 wom 4-0 wom 5-0 wom samso and 8-0 enso ewom na endra and ambrante no enso we piemu e Ghana ha mo trophies a o makogidi nyina no so no o mo de be piemu e Kotoka International Airport na after some ambrante no e piemu e Kotoka International Airport no head coach ya preko ode nsem kakra etugya se o mo kwaya no ono ankasa no ni agipa esanse ohu se enkola no omuni agisa na no so ni agi esanse ono so say and starting football say and also starting national team no na wako a tournament na wako gidie na anigye no sa pepepe na ekoye enti no ni ajepan say emrante no mkoya no odo say na preparation no na short na so no mkoya no bibia ekoye e de mom yenti ya preko ni sama oditu ya.
I'm a developer, you know, and I've been through these stages as a player. You know, I went through these stages, and so for me to see, to see the excitement on the faces of the boys. It took me back to the 80s when the time when we were there at their level, and it's good for my job. You get me? It shows that I'm doing something positive, and all I need to do is with my technical team, we just have to keep working hard, and when opportunity again is presented to us, we have to just make sure that we deliver again.
Entino we sema ya prako odi tuja ni nyina no omobaye no U15 team no omobaye no kunimdi amkodi Israel ahonsem na ambrante anase ya prako edi tuja no ntino ye hopisa bibre omkwa isia no omo anya nkunimdi no U15 no ombetu abo homoden na bibia enso akoye edi aba mo yeka U15 enso ensensem no yenko the black satellite eno U20 omonso omonhonsem oyimse omonso omugina ko no omonhwe nim se eno so no preparation no metumi aye na ya matches anase invitation tournament omonso enya no metumi akowo bi na Desmond of the squad late aba bonten se emante no eno so no 3 nation tournament betumi abaso ewo Rabat emante so no omonso betumi akọ no betumi akọwo homoden na players Desmond of etumi from no say the city goalkeepers no Yakubu Said ono osina kan Edima Diama Sporting Club sanso na Gideon Esiaku ono osina kan Edima Dreams FC entry Da Costa sina kan Edima Young Apollo sanso na Maxwell as Fokpe ono osina kan Edima Inter Ally sanso na Obin Desmond sina kan Edima Diana Stars sanso na Morrison Fuseni Chivayon Benjamin enso ejirembi sanso na Emmanuel Makafui Kevin Ahiable sanso na Manaf Abdul Dennis Apia Ishmael Adu Hayford Buahin sanso na Isaac Ej na Michael Ahmed sanso na Kevin Nkrumah Edmond Asante Hayford Jima na George Tay na Aziz Miss Baway any players coach the Desmond of wa from say omonko Egypt na tournament baso no mutumi enko preparation na omunhwe nim say AFCON baso U20 AFCON and so baso no ometumi eti aka no mati Ghana nim enso ho na wonim say Ghana your group A no yani Cote d'Ivoire Tanzania DR Congo and Central Africa Republic enso na sa group no ma ye hwe nim say Ghana yebetumi anya enough preparation na yeko sa tournament no so no yebetumi akobo ye homoden enso ho we ensema and also ekoso U20 black satellite national team mu and also ye de mo yeka U20 no yansa ye chi na yenko U16 omuso no omugina ko no omuhwe nim se mo preparation no ometumi aye na preparation no mbeye no omuko Elmina ho and omuso no metumi akwa preparation ahead of tournament na say invitational tournament and also no ebetumi abaso na omuko Glow Lamb Soccer Academy ho no Abresha Elmina ho and omuko omutumi ekwa preparation no na onim say head coach no ni Odate Lamte sanso na John Opon Welbe Audu Isaka and a world for manager no so Theophilus Daite we any impenifo omuhwe nim say embrante no ekọ invitational tournament no Guadalupe no obetumi enya preparation no na obetumi akọ na invitational tournament na ekọ no countries ewo Ghana eni ekọ hye ni Mexico France Brazil Ivory Coast and Togo we any countries omukọ na motumi akobo invitational tournament nimbia and also no ebomu de emamu na players impenifo eto musa from U16 no and we say NCT enso ho Muhammad Abbas abrante no goalkeeper sanso na Agrepe Malise Mensa abrante no ejirembi Prince Amuakon sanso na John Ansan Mines Brekwao sanso na Mark Abuaji Gabriel Donyina sanso na Isa Abdul Majid Dennis Frimpong Bilal Ajefi sanso na Hamza Idrisu Joseph Nabi NS Ofori Benjamin Hansen Eric Edujemfi sanso na Benedict Ej Benjamin Baye Johnson Koku Ricky Michael Awuli sanso na John Anan Stephen Na Desmond Colette Abdul Razak akoliba sanso na Ibrahim Mustafa na Wisdom Tanki na Nikroko Mono Adongo Newton we any players papa ni di ni Odatelamte wa from say U16 tournament baso Guadalupe no omeko Elmina no motumi akọ preparation na motumi akọ no makọ monim say omoko no bibia nso abako sie edi amomo senior U15 eko Israel omotumi eko di tournament no enso esi omona nso ntwe ene ensema eko so U16 akachia eno so ye bomu edi emamo yenko Ministry of Sports and Recreation endra ena eba say onim say abrantia ofi Nigeria obeku ewo Bukom boxing arena abrantia no ankoye otumi ehwe ninka enso entiro Minister of Sports and Recreation Honorable Kofi Adams endra otina ne office and about to me at the 7-member committee at the above bontin say omunhwe no investigate nia ma ya abrantiena ofi Nigeria no obehwe ninka enso sanso na event organizers and promoters no so no omunhwe anim na standard and international standard safety standard ya ku boxing na also omunya no obia enso betumi enya bi ho sanso na omunhwe na Nigeria license ehwe se Ghana and say Nigeria for betumi abeku Ghana no no omuhwehwe ni nyina mu na no so emboa na entumi improve enso sanso na conduct edema officials enso no omutumi enhwehwe ni nyina mu na no so entumi enko anim sanso na omuhwehwe anim na improve technical and medical procedures eno so yakọ box na eno so ebetumi ede ama omunyina enso ni omuhwehwe na improve ni nyina enso na mpanifo Honorable Kofi Adams ebo omudin no say ene sitia chairman no ambassador major retire amakai amatefio sanso and a 6-member committee enso ekaumbia and also Peter Ezwenes enso ekaumbi sanso and a Mr. Eko Asma Samuel Battels sanso and a Mr. Eddie Papu and a Dr. Martins Engman na Mrs. Juliana Ado enso secretary enso edema committee into way any penifo Honorable Kofi Adams wabomudin say omunhwe na Nigeria ni aba be hwenika sanso and a boxing no omunhwe no mutubi improve Ghana for nyina na Kofi Adams after a year 7-member committee no obomudini nyina wie no ode nsem kakra etudwa yenti Honorable Kofi Adams.
It is the view of the ministry and by extension government in Ghana that let's take a cue from what happened and see how we can work together to improve our sport. Looking for persons who can do so, we needed to speak to a lot of you who have interest in sports. And the names, as Chief Director said, repeatedly showed up. And by whatever design, when we approached them, none, I must say none, showed any indication of resistance, or we needed to struggle to convince any one of them to undertake this assignment. This is because they have been ready, as they have always done, to serve this country and to help improve our sport and especially boxing, and to assure everybody, Ghanaians, Nigerians, and any other person interested in the boxing sport, that we understand our responsibilities. We know what it is that
Honorable Kofi Adams no so sama odi atujaro yenkom ne na yenso sendra UEFA Champions League games e course no Arsenal Real Madrid bobo e ka pole miensa Real Madrid entumi antibi entino Real Madrid entumi enhye Arsenal e wo omuhomu da ebinsi da ewo Champions League no eba head to head ebinsi da ewo Real Madrid abakwa semusa so na Bayern Munich enso etina fie ma Inter Milan chon ebom e kamenu mutumi etimu bako ende Paris Saint-Germain etina fie oni Aston Villa ebo sanso na FC Barcelona omuso omuni Dortmund Borussia Dortmund enso betumi abo ende ewo CAF Confederation enso no Simba omuni El Masry bebo sanso na Zamalek ene Stellenbosch enso betumi
betumi abo RS Bakani enso any Asek Mosa bebo omu wi ani USM Oja enso any Constantini enso betumi abo Endra CAF Champions League enso no Alila etina fie ema Alali ebo meka bakwa omuntumi anti Samso na Asfa enso echi Promise ebo mo eka mi no omuntumi anti ES Tunis enso any Mamelodi Sounders enso ebo goalless draw way any ensama enso ekoso CAF Champions League ni ma ye di ema mo yemma ni ko until say this year na Piesie Okrah Dwaboase so the my producers Roger Emmanuel the sportsman and Kojo for to fund the meso me din the ebo Taylor ye twa ya ho ye ba Piesie Okrah Dwaboase so the amai
Tia no mene me kunu eware wo odro ene asumdwe kwan so yawa we na chi no mene kwachu ba hotel pop pebi say be sepel what a team for so crown na maye bibia wo nyankopon sem ekoba ne sa me kunu antina se
edro botum wajo ye edek SM bitters
wa eni gia befi we na me de yem bible edek SM bitters timase mama me
sa wa warrior mu enije bewie wo paya na sa wumpam agrodie ebaye akwana
na ye kamfo edek SM bitters
Mrs. Wa oyem yo nyina monome no okọ one time edek SM bitters where dia mama
hey oba wa fa yefunu ene oba oma ne ba enufu enumbi wo ye bema na wonya 18 na untumi enum FDA adi edwadie nkatoi
yani mesi menana no aguru pasa abi brabro tibedu emle no na ma premaye hojo.
As for me, I take very good care of my grandkids. Ye diagro na ye sa eduru mre bi kra na me ba no ti me de omo be gumi so weekend no.
Hey, mumle
memre. Hey, anu nti na me ka kire o say. Ya no medi garlic capsules. Poso nyina e be sisi so kama. As I stand here, my doctor said my whole system has improved very well. Medi garlic capsules. Yes, Medi garlic capsules.
Oh, sa na te pa dia.
Medimosis garlic capsules. Boa mamoja di nipaduane mu afurusani ye na esiesie oba ne barima mahona hoden. Ubenya edroyi bi ato omanyi mu pharmacy stores frey wo 050 349 4885. Edroyi enya mamofra enye ndi fie dumienu. Apemfo ene emma emanofo. Medimosis who ni how FDA ajijwe nkra to ye ato.
SHS 1, 2, and 3 admissions are started at St. Andrews Senior High School, and I have good news. Have you finished PEC and not been placed in a school of your choice? Do you want to rewrite your WASI? Have you been posted far from home? Have you been placed in a day school but you prefer a boarding school? Or you have not been placed at all? Don't worry, just hear me out. Your best bet is St. Andrews Senior High School, a grade A SHS with excellent facility and a wonderful teaching and learning atmosphere. We offer general art, business, home economics, agric science, general science, and visual art. We are located at Accra, Asinfosu, New Dwaboase, Dunkwa Ofin, Takrady Shama, Mankasim, and Seshi Asawenso. St. Andrews Senior High School. We are always in the lead.
Hey, why fish sama you would know it? And many who say I can once a moon. Who cast up a packet see and no baha, none in Nasa Tataya, or Casano didn't Sakatana. Ame, but we didn't say Sapapano. Matija Mokanina, Spanish garlic mixture, and then the capsules at aroma, and I'm a pomodressa.
Wow, why a nice Sankasa, Spanish garlic mixture, and then the capsules. And Yama, why you come apart?
A woman bought your dear for Sunny wood, Pedriano. Now a boss is a bro, I want to chew hypertension, a tick or restaurant, will be a charge of 10 temper. Gas is yam e makra amania muhunu mafichi kromu nyina atuatwa obuakra wadware wie no afa na ne ho ye ne hene
enti asno Spanish ginkgo capsules
sana.
Panis Jinpo eno de yenwanu nura watwe free Jinpo biloba ene soya oil mu. Emma wadwemo so da ho.
Martin so say yesi eye anti-aging and ama good retentive memory.
Na ye ton hene.
Antec Herbal Center for ene ayi. Enye na pharmacies chemical herbal shops. Eno an sem wofre 0266 11 41 11. Apemfu abato mo manufo no kwada wo ne mfedum yenu enka ho. FDA agi edwedie krato yi atum.
And you just some now some now in a TVXYZ. Yes, so ton do your business. And now that we product TVXYZ. Yeah, you recount me am no akwenja to my ton and paying a pharmacy. A great opportunity. Yes, my young customers, clients, and viewers now. Ton is your business, your products now. The TVXYZ viewers. What does papa? Shazana Taz. 0533-825870. 0533-825870. Mayezi komone yambu not on wohu. Another Butuma XYZ Chena Hinfia. You will Abebresa Street. Brana Yambon come. Take them opportunity. Not on wohu. XYZ marketing promo. Not together. We make it happen. Tonuhu with TVXYZ to do.
Power FM. Power 97.9. Dwaboase Jubedi Sunday live on TVXYZ and I feel live on Power 97.9 FM. Assembly Dikan. Why na beka ya na beka o man here yontie na yete ya. Isama makwa babem. Afei na wa join ya. Dwaboase de yetena sia o man no kanko na yedwen ho. No tobe bia o man no kanko. NK Obrempo watena se.
Piesie Okrah.
Bibia bakode.
Nyankopon adarama. Ahode gusu ho.
Yes. Yes, o man no.
Yes.
Ti asem yi edika. But say ye bon komo. Mesamo ene galamse no eda board so.
Okay.
UTAG. NFA organized labor.
Yes.
Last year, omo ma buy pressure pa. Ewi ase na buy no mu ye meet say galamse no obey bibi dia found because na election yenti. Yanko ka bibi na fe niema enko ye kakra na fe yen kire se o yeyewe. Enso ankosi hwe galamse ne da so flourish koso sa adentina UTAG aidin organized labor adentina ma aidin.
Yes.
Video na abrantia no oka mranum na wo su na ya twe no me pa cha mo fa sa video ni mame na yen kire etiefo senior galamse de bia amafo wu.
How dangerous are you?
De bia amafo wu.
Yes.
Amna bugu amafo so nye no tama nom de pickers galamse na excavator nyamba mu ni na mna bugu amafo so.
Yes.
Na mna bugu amafo so ade ne nya de papa yenkode nkotie se ne na esite asa sa
efie ni dubu sini na esi adufie o fie na gudi o ma na de na ma to comment section ma ya wa na ya ma location na be to na se etu fie nko tala fio ya dubu sini na
na abrantie ne nan aka amranum ena na wo su na wo ena excavator na yetwe amana na wo mu yi no odimirika koto etiri ho no ai sa video no so eno so mihia na yenkira amanfo se galamse no eda so ewo ho
Piesie nokura wo mu ne se nokura wo galamse asem ni se Ghana yenjai mining yeda ti asem na make
of course yentumi njai
mining responsible mining Ghana yenjai yeda
but the pabone for galamse no
die ye be hwe se ye be boa ban na ye tu ase Piesie.
Thank you.
Hwe se de wo ka no eni pe wu galamse site you have no idea.
Ye sensuo ena ade ensuo no cross anka ya ho no keka.
Yes.
Anka no yo endo na wo mo de wuru gold no.
Yes.
Obi ba kwa akọwo na ne ba sebio ne hwene na eni ho. Na ba akọwo na ne nsa tre
eni ho.
Yesi obi kwa wo ho a ye ba wo no yo ba.
Yes.
Oni anam
Yes, what you mean you so to me yashe. It Piesie idea hadwene. Enti mining pa ye kind of mining dey nya Ghana best stop it that. Nemom illegal mining ye friend galam say yes so amane nkoso Piesie me kan sa efri say gold na hye from ho na Nyankopon de adom mine Ghana no. Ye ntimi nya mfa hye from ho. Wa man ye gudie. See ye momodin na ye ntimi fa nkyekire ye ma ye ntimi nye sika fa mobra. Enti mining ye be ye nemom illegal mining and irresponsible mining ye. Yes so wo mine Ghana mu ha. Amane nsida e na ye komo bi mbra ma me komo bi tew emra ye ko Owe Abraham Kumsin ho. We Secretary General Edema Ghana Federation of Labour. Wa mo no ka organize labor ho a last year no mo ma by pressure pa. Adentina by foforo aba na galamse ne daso a e koso na ye hu hwe. Ana it is too early to call for the heads of people. Owe Abraham Kumsin Otemenka, good morning.
Good morning, baby.
Oh yeah there. Me who watch it. With him enche yebeshia. Na galamse ho asem ya ye kan aban atuanamo Lands and Natural Resources Minister Emmanuel Amakofiboa why press conference bebe or the statement bebe about what say blue water project no ya oma training amanfo a wonu manam nsuo so ne ade na nso no still na nsuo no eni da so eye ko amanfo complaining sase no yeguso a edin sase no ama amanfo galamse no with impunity. Organized labor adenti na moye din
no no ya you say we get any no okay before the elections we say kutia ya galamse so but say you can go now we couldn't we were disorganized. That's what I'm saying. We didn't have the proper structure that maybe to our fight achieve something. You can do even call it there and we have been bribe, they are calling bribe now. If I go to some cities, people phone me, no more for this guidance to the that. When we had issues with our churches. You see, if you think about look for confirm we have been listening to them. They are doing very well. Honorable Amma or but you see, overall, football match is about dribble. Now you can dribble, to play skills now. That is not enough. We must score goal. We need results. We need results for to make sure that we have won the game. But the press conference, it's okay, but we are not seeing any result. You see, we are going to cry. I used to go home, very sad, I was to report them instead of, prosecuting them, making sure that the law works and do with them what they answer. We are report to.
I don't know, Anyana.
The protection is for instance, China or any civilized country. What could be in some maybe the 2 hours looking in Cocoon. You are not every year you spend your life there, amass wealth and send them to your home country. So when you are deported, you don't have any issue. You just come and then enjoy your loot. And so the person has been punished. According to the laws of that country. But also the deportation from Ghana in the punishment. Ghana who will want to Chinese man who want to come here and come and live here and work here. No, they only come to exploit us and go. So even go to Okrah, by then they also win. So they should talk about deporting Chinese man to his home country. So I haven't done anything. No, this small boys here, one more maybe look of you, they are compelled to work for them. Then you arrest these boys and then try them and then put them. It doesn't make sense. Look, you must learn from what Trump knows about all these things. That's why Trump is annoyed. Me, I don't like the guy, but Africans, we are not thinking. There were natural resources like this. You should be. And then the time that we may still give. Because Trump will never stop what he is doing. And so it is for us to now sit back. We have natural resources God has given to us. We must make sure that we make good use of it. And you allow people to come here, to come and steal these things, destroy our environment, then you arrest them and say this. I don't know the agreement that they have reached with the Chinese government. If there is an agreement with them, we should know.
And a member of parliament, a man in West Everton, Menimha Ewo, a Dwaboase Jumedi so, Ora Eric Affo. As a man, I can say, Ghana buying any China buying a one share a diplomatic relations are. Enunti say a China new or ha. Any who quite say, one more China or ha. Na say deporting now or qua the crime charges and echo a buying a China no beshe. Na one more a jelly or more a punish your more senior sene fata or say sana a bino any China buy.
Remember, okay, Osafumafu was saying the same thing. Everybody was annoyed with the man.
Yeah, that time NDC for Kwabufu almost say I shall any idea.
So is that the same agreement that you should put that? So what you then? You don't exchange your wife over a wife who come up to say your wife in push up. That makes sense. Because of community, because of I want you to know now your wife, okay, mother, your wife, you know, you it's not madness. That's what them. So me, what I'm saying is that we must make sure Trump is all out to make sure that we think. That's what Trump is doing. Opposing again, because we have everything in our continent to make sure that we can survive on it. But if we are playing with it, so what is all this can find all this about hire our boys and then for them to work. These boys they have to survive. We have not created enough jobs for them. So they will be compelled to fall for these Chinese guys. Then you arrest these boys, jail them, then you allow the big shots, the brain behind this thing to go free. Who is going to follow up to China? Say, we are going to try them. They will never try them. I don't think that Chinese government will even allow what they are doing to continue. Chinese government will not officially endorse what these nationals come here to come and do. I'm telling you this. There are a bunch of criminals who are out there to go and make money and then for themselves, not for the Chinese government. So there shouldn't be any agreement with Chinese government to say, we'll go for the benefit. What agreement is that? Stop.
Okay, and you know, organized labor, Ghana Federation of Labor, Ekaho, a dear and a more ye, Mobakuche Krata, the Aquacoma by says, I dare no into me, Moy Magalam say no, Ekono, Endimu, Anase, Mobading.
Oh, we have started issuing statements. If you go, I mean, we've been engaging some media, your friends, and some publications have been coming out, but collectively, we are going to fight. There is, our people are pushing that we should meet and take a decision on it. We even want the LI 2462 to be scrapped. That LI now, people enter into our, the forest reserves to go and destroy our farmland, pollute the water bodies and all. We even want that LI to be scrapped. And by now, this things have been done.
But Abaya amended Sambra no Mompeno.
Amendment.
Yeah, the Parliament say, yeah, amended Sambra no Nayan.
Amendment to what? What you should repeal it. There's a difference between repeal and amendment. They should scrap it. I think that law has not been, that act has not been even passed at all. People should rubbish it. It never happened. They didn't pass that 2462. We shouldn't remember.
But at the parliament, our parliament and the parliament, na Omakwako ye who and Sakraye na send ye amount for 2 gold. They won't show who any forest reserve. No, ye no so free ho. Anna,
they should repeal that 2462. They should repeal it. The amendment for what? to allow to give some loopholes for people to still exploit that LI to do so many things.
It is stopping people from exploring in the forest reserves. No,
Piesie, we talked against this 2462 WhatsApp. To the extent that we're even asking for a state of emergency. Now, remember what happened?
Yeah.
So, what is the problem with this government that we all associate with? This government, socialist group. What is your problem? You want it. Why are they not removing it? Do they want to also participate in this galamsey? Remove it. If you remove it, what will happen? We are going to amend it to what form?
You're removing it for the answer.
We don't. Why should we bring this LI to allow people to invade the forest reserves? For what? Is it proper? Why do you allow it? What they should look? They should bring up this issue. This 2462. One from the public means will be a so that we debate and see whether it is necessary at all. In the first place, why the truthful? See, everybody did it for a purpose. You know that he did it just to pave the way to open the floodgates for his own people to use that law to misbehave, to destroy the environment, destroy our water bodies, create problems. And then he said this is what the motivation of Ekufuado was to do what we didn't want to see. So if you have come on, you still maintain that law to let me amend it to what form? To what form? Why can't you scrap it? Because you didn't put it there. I don't understand. Every time I saw very lose hope in everything because what started 3 months, why are they? I'm sure that they will do better going forward. But there are many more. When you listen to some ministers talking, I don't know whether they have that authority from the presidency to speak the way they are speaking. What agreement have you signed with the Chinese government? That their nationals will come here and come and rape our women, come and destroy things, but if you arrest them, you don't touch them, you bring them back, I'll punish them here. Nonsense.
Okay, my emphasis here say my am clear say two things. China for now ye deport woman no no enamope no bema galamsey na akoso bebre ene esanso mining laws no ye repeal na ye mfa foforo emra se ne be amanfo enko forest no mija wa mo akọ kanta bia free mampanya tena ya aba a kire se ye Callistus Mahama o mampanyi secretary ena ne nsasha ase 2 April ena wode sakrata ne baya wo se omo a wo makọ retirement ya na aban extend omo contract ana aban mo contract ewo aban adwuma mu no ye twam eti wo retirement na se wo ne aban din kita ho se wo pese aban ma contract na wo to adwuma so eno nso no enya de aban ebe consider wo hwe Ghana human capital no ene amount for expertise a wono mo wa ebi mo akọ retirement a nanka ebi wo ho a utumo se nka ye man contract anka no betumi aboa because ninim dia owo no aban no anase oman no eda so hia but se aban ne clear se ye nye saade ni biom odwen ho sen Abraham Kumisen Opanye Abraham Kumisen okay we fra homa ne so at the appointed time say yensa kana subject no ye bedi ehon komo but nasem ne clear organized labor is preparing say wonum ever start engage government biom because even though government has spelled out conditions and say approach our they tackle galamsey no e wo man mu but say ball bono o dribble no ball fine ball fine at the end of the day no yem bisa say wan the ball pa
here ni go
ye be bisa say why na share go na ya fefe
yes
go na ya fefe so say the results must show clearly
yes medical yaka emre wo parliament then the candidacy galamsey for ho wo mo a say bi wo hodia so mo mining maybe e kasafa galamsey ho e kan sen si ya chew say wo ye galamsey a
emra ne de wo ho ye kan say obi ye mining na
yes
ontumi nko nsuo ho
enko ye we
am say 10 meters and 100 meters
I think 100 meters
still cry
neighbor na say ye chew a say wa ban nsuo mu a ya na sen na net em say wa ba so ti
ba man to ti ma mentim free obenya ba am kum say ya sama akwa babiom na me bisa say aban say omo akọ retirement enya de a won beba mo contract biom na me bisa say amanfo bi we expertise wo kroma wo mo retirement na eja mo mo kwa ebia na oman no nso ehwere wono mo services we are retiree sasem we abapen ama yedi hu nkomoda but abaya sisu pay say no contract for people who have gone on retirement what do you saying?
Oh, let me say one thing I say we are doing research institute. So the research I think it cut across. But you see, people were abusing that contract arrangement. And we are effective. We have an idea to be our department now one. Because of the well, contract there 3, 4, 5 times now. If you want to on fact, no idea to be a and they have not cancelled contract agreement. A suspension. Because for instance, in university, for instance, special schools now. Oh, I would say, professors now they all man, women, but we need them.
Yeah.
Look at what we do. Professorship in and we don't have enough of these academic staff. We need them, professor. When you send to class for the future, why do you send the person out? Only I here, even the medical field.
Yes.
Or some people who are medically qualified and experienced. I mean that one. I think the suspension is just a cancer.
Yeah.
So we believe that we are going to reset the whole system. Those who deserve, who merit that extension of they do it, so that things already 5 enough. Sometimes we are on 5 days, but sometimes 5 days we have a correspondence. And one what media but you cannot afford to let them go after 50 years, which will affect many things.
Okay, Mate, yeah, say Nimra when you're the man and Pro Dwaboase Jumadi, so Power 97.9 at TVS Rise. Ram Kumsene, General Secretary General, the Federation of Ghana Federation of Labour. GFL.
Yes.
One on out saying can you can say one seminar suspension of a contract no on us watch medically yes of course Ghana health sector na ye won kofo bi o hwane o makosua no so call retirement na ijana man kwa obi ni hobium
yes
anti reset no na wo moyenti I think say suspend there
yes
and no beboa na fi o masa reset ya hwe kwan modalities a wo de betoto ho a eno no ebeboa
kama na 5 years before your first retirement no then na esi ne 10 years before retirement then na esi wo mo kire wo abedi akirefo a eba emran say would 60 years a retirement kwa homgiem say we could experience say we could day na say be we experience pa 60 no mu ni no mawu adima ni gu enti
by your microphobia exercise a eno no ofiri ho a because enyo no na ese okochi obi
no chira no say na say
eye amanfo efiri ase ho ba te sense ntwere dwuma yi ebi firi mu na ebi ba
yes
so ada say eti say amanfo insurance ntwere dwuma no na yen retire na yakwa obi amma biom eno no nkyere say yen na yen konko kire obi bi
that machi wase but why ye penny say wo adwumam ye nyina say ye ba no yesua de o Piesie da bia say yesua de e of course nti omo so omo pese some penifo in common retire na common mra no you have to learn I was saying sua de because every 60 years na de ya Piesie wo kwan ye ba no contract say obetimi aye bibia de na kwam but a man say we 60 years abomodin na ko ahomgiem na afi kwaje ahome Piesie mi fi wa na me de ba galamsey sem no so da bia maka kire wo me say until say wo man ni be se mra gina ho kete say ye chi say wo ye galamsey a ye 25 years ye 20 years ye 15 years and 10 years ye don kwakoto afiase every say wo say wo man ni issue wo say wo man ni nsase no galamsey be koso ato akoso Piesie adwuma wo wura mu ne ekobo pampan ba ko mienu ba ko say nsu a wo be kuteska no enye nzi so obi be segment na chidio
yeah
hwe video ya wo boss si eye fie o One will fear or near the excavator quackosio. Monsieur excavator say yeah, this very site no. A fine
and I'm quite so
a police for police by yes, you will check baby or somebody excavators no quite.
Send ya amount for a train me our quanswa more bar.
Yes,
now a police for a soldier for a general quemo and the forestry commission for Biso among crata. It's out into the excavator no.
Yes,
sir, Obia Kraba Ghana. As I say, a man permit say or yet small scale mining and after large scale mining and sign among crata.
Sites men or they crawl good. And you for the Chakwa Juma no de Quacoyano. I said, and men's you. And your forest, be a forest reserve, be a jato. I said to me, I'm all Quaco Sena. I said, me, I see a jet ready. Now your Quaco yet, your friends say, Yababi de Wa. Yan Sam Rakete 20 years, 50 years, 10 years, depending on the year where you know damage Wakwasi to our various forest reserve any yensuno. Yachiwa Quaco dem same fee. I think say Piesie Omo yes am and the Indian crofo insuno say on be giant forest and say na feel on minor to me at the year kakra e this galamsey issues because ya dear bako de bia ye betena dear bako de bia na Piesie yeka adie bako de bia rada ana galamsey obi by president another Kwakufa do twem by what na konya nyina betu dwa se wantimi entu galamsey ase ono na another Kwakufa do obetu na konya de ato atwene wo bereko a sa president nkwami se onibio ekosi se Piesie ewi ase under him ana omusezi excavators asemi okan under him ana Ghana galamsey etu atese ama ukota krade a na yensuo galamsey su akobop mu yensuo trako kodi wo nyina galamsey nsuo under him wobreko no so fight galamsey osemi the community mining ba community mining no machines be no mo de community mining ekwan be so na no mo fa so de operate eje Piesie galamsey hu nsem no edoso na mesusu said this time around the last natural resources minister honorable Emmanuel Amakofiboa wobebo modern na wakabom ene mpanifo a won betimi akabi mrasebedwafo won nse mra ne kete most of them no kra no boys here galamsey most of them on education grant sheda ankwachire bebre on education sheda ankwachire bebre enti ono wanya honom se okokotu fom a okwako wura asase ase a obetimi abomode ni wanya sika no wabafi ababedi ni de Piesie edin nemum aban no na tumi ni hyawonsa wona tumi ni hyawonsa wo se wo de mra ene hyehye patu na kwemu se de be ya se ba ne se nei yenya galamsey no fapem ne yesi yetu a aban no obetimi enya another source de ama sankrofo yi na afei ene eswakora no a se yentimi nkoso hwe ma mu nse nsuo no ye ma mu nse forest no na niema enye basa wo Ghana enti say ne yeso ya provided ya mamo enti ya ji we afrim nsema mu nkonko ye we Piesie ebeboa because okọ these various galamsey say na enipa wo a eye galamsey no me pese mabubo krodi wa ana say krodi de do one of penny a fa nyinemu fa ne mpatem kwaben Piesie jai nya de ati ya kan yo boys a se volunteer butu kuto mutus gu am ko wo mu wuram akọ say forest asensio no because I want to know so who say owura wo betimi anya bibia ba bedi eje Piesie galamsey no won samne de yade hagiri ye na me susu say the last minister on fan na FNC form me se emrakete emra omra hyebedwamo wo mo nhihye mra de den na animanim ya wo mo mpase wo mo fenko his excellency president ne fan insan hyase ye yanyintum say eye mra wo man Ghana ha. All right, etino yes no kre eti mesa ba ho ma me nkote nkomo we mfiri ho me ankasa me nia Frank Asare dodo na friend Pedro wono eneye national coordinator Edema National Alternative Employment and Livelihood Program NAELP. Pedro, good morning.
When you Piesie na explain
nyame adom me ho ye yesi aye na che congratulations apeke ama na no metese mo ko boase ekoye adwuma bi wo ho illegal miners moko ya moko mode emfidie ko ya mode bi ko me bi mu se o mo nkonkosua adwuma anope ye ka galamsey ho asem na national your friends National Alternative Employment and Livelihood Program no ye ka galamsey ho asem a ye yi amanfo free galamsey site no mo na mo boa na mo pa adwuma de ama mo adwuma sem no etesen pote
the time I mention one more 8 years na showing in common way and common here Ghana for because and you do common galamsey staying you stay assassin stay at comedy ye omo ye galamsey ni pun ni se ebi ye ne ubenya bibi kakra film na dan kwama no be say wankasa wo ti okra wo nkomu nyina ehyew enna omo nye galamsey ni bi nka bi hyemu ti omo fifi mu so no enyimo omo ye ne nye papa no mo de chemical ekoyisium omo de koyasasi ni munti ama etiane yi isi aye no mo hono enyi ti be sanso ne susanso ama deformity aba nipa impo ankomo de galamsey no omo nkonkonyi bi kra nti nkomo no ya dia ehia pa enfuta na wo se nyina ye kabum ye won na Australia no de ye nyina ni se ye ke papa to frosoa wonuma mining areas another dia agudi ewo no ebetumi amomo adwuma foforo nto omo mbenya mai se adwuma ye regular mining responsible mining no adwuma pa na ye nyepanu bi anye na ye adwuma foforo it should not be illegal mining or galamsey kono mo faso essay issue any assassination
samete okay ya na chese motumi eboa ema wo mo nso enye adwuma ewo regular mining companies mo
regular mining companies no omo kasakura ewo ewo mo so say there is a local content company and I your community there idea was mo your community for the community no nti wo mines ni bi wo ha in fact some here wouldn't say my head more mines ni dey feel
yeah
wo community development committees e wo ha the ekwan ebetem so mo person mo fan for a mo fast committees no mo say no na ye person ni mo collaborate to do more and nti na ye ne ADA for no antana nap ye beba mu no mo ye training e ma manfo but no mo akade da na aban so na the biggest in every economy ye ni say ye the nap ebe partner ADA na ya pe development partner kano mano na ni eje wo ye GIZ post to say what say ye boa na mabu no etumi ye ntatima na ye peni 127 people ya mo akade ye senso mo certification na ombetimi di kwa ye adwuma biya mu sa ade na ya no ye fancy wope ye kanso ebi ye ni bedi akire se me na me ye me legal man me kwa no makoye dig and wash me ya me kakra me kwa na me de pepe me ko bo wa na me ya me bibi kakra ene wo si wa kire me nsam oduma what also the machine abeshe me nsam anhwe kwa mpa mbe kwa koto machine no pese ye bi ni be kwa kotie me ye sense what training on the business aspect because mind you enyo bi akra o ye busumi adwuma ye mani kakra na we need financial literacy busumi the business kanasa nti na enye staff ya na omo ye before fly na wa ba be tie omo wa de fofo mu nti ye ni GIZ for partnership no it does not end with only giving of the startup equipment na pese the endo na de wo mu ni say Minister for Lands and Natural Resources and no be play ma say you name directors name deputy bia by ema oboyan oba say na play ya de Ghana kuma so pa if you say ban enya galamsey kono na ban ebe koso fight ya say be tu galamsey ase emi ti say tu galamsey ase a e ben ye be fa so ama omo sense am ya no so enya bipiaye it was saying say yen go beyond ye mandate na yen go any afoforo ko din komo even companies that they are not in the mining industry but omo CSR ye no mo ko din komo mo say the issue of galamsey ni site yen kwa no affect obi including their company nti wo ye oil company wo ye telecom company ma wa de nya wo say media mi ni mining mu nti mwa yen fa proper proposals nko yen ko je mwa ebio aban so the policies be ba deputy minister ka tell me say well coordinator internet wa ba ha ko no ko wa great minister say ko ko kitenke to ye pese ye do mining area Ghana no yen so bi nko mining area omo ye galamsey no yen ko teni omo no mo so enya na wo ena no na wo ye galamsey den de wan kasa wo wa be su be 1 acre 2 acres enya wo di afebo
Pedro tie eya wo de afebo na be no so dua ya ade tia enso so it takes some years asana
aso ya wogusu wudia no na ye normal for so ye be ye wachiri galam say
no ne de hin
wodim say and ensio tutoi neba ensio tutoi nkofo ekwa odi mo emma omo shiro mo nsan ewe na ade nso a ema nipa diane wodi soje ni ba ensio tokwa na ebugu ni so kwa se wo be ko ni ndia no ba wan konso a onidi eno tuna ye hwe the alternatives a etemi aboa mpempe aban ede adwuma wura eba asa adwuma wura ne de be ne ye pese ye fa maburu na adwuma no minne ebedi nkomo se ye mua na sa adwuma e no de nipa ne ye fa na ye tia ne ka ye ma na lawan kasa inti se oko into family na to wo bibia e ma ni sika bosome a wo di a eno so ye ade bako e na ye no ye into reclamation ti so be sha na prayer reclamation was sent radio bosome fremo ya reclamation wa nti radio ewo afiase 1 and 2 and abomusi ya ebi wo western of asansu A and B in Pesem and Antobia but ya bi ana ye nkofo na wo ne so mo ye na o company anti o pesi wo we company na I will not take ni so be reclamation on fan nkofo fin kran so mo ko ya trading ewo sebi asansu on fan nkofo emo mo nkwa Antobia se omo no mo nkwa ya desiri ewo ho nkofo na wo na na ebe form ye form so ebi ti omo that's what I say
Matias pa ba wudi nyabucho me ba Pedro asem no the crux of the matter ni na ne say mo ya reclamation mo batua sankrofo ne ka eno no ye nkola anase yo mo a wo nyini ya wo mo ne na ne nam galamsey na se enyo wo mo a wo mutu no na ne wo de excavator etuo na ono no nya sika kese no na mo dai na mo kwa akoma no adwuma no kwan be so na ye be fa so ahwe omo because galamsey ni mo musika kese e chen sa eti den na mo ya fa ho
yeah enti ye fair the opportunity cost we will options no now we share the institution store ewo galamsey ni ho a odi we say the adwuma na e be ma no e bia asatia no ene o galamsey no enyete so adwuma na ye because in the long run no e be we the affable etosu mi elu no so ebe bua amansie no yese no ani ate we so a na normal galamsey ese no so back teni omo west kan no bodi bebe na think ha bebe na tik ma bebe na takware omo no ma de excavator no mo dia ko senko fo bi munta nti ukọ community na ade ba ko na me ka ti oni say ye ya si we pa ni say ye no medical experts at the core around the community that ye galamsey wo na ye from months so a wo illegal mining no into the working excavator no the operate na ye ne dia no think crime into say ye ma alternative livelihood make I Okrah cause galamsey site ma make us oye mabusi ni na me say omunji ni fi o nya se no odim dia ni director ne friend no kan wo so akoto ni machine na Okrah me pa e ha no nti omo wo machines no enyo mo na aye target o eye ma ndo mo yisi omo no nti se ma ko ni adwuma mo kokko ni so mo from ko mo nko enyo ma fo ni so community ni mo no se ye tro mo so sanso wo galamsey ho a omo kase to bi da be gala wo mo community omo na mo be pa mo
okay
omo be ko mo community ni mo kra be je bibi se galamsey me bo mo okay ma fi mo no that in the long run, expect
Pedro enkomo no ayede pedana bra studio hana ye mmosa enkomo no yie pa emoniti mayemfa wisi ase ye da asese ya no pay woni ye nso atwetwe enkomo o Dwaboase jumedi so openya otering ken eye Frank Asari dodona friend Pedro on na national coordinator the national employment and livelihood program NAP ono eye the abayate foforo and the lands ministry ho womo na enenama womo buama galamsey nkola na edwuma se ne be ya womo nkonkonko ye edwuma ma womo atoto excavators no eti ono nso ne owa ono nso or kyerɛ sɛ aban ɛyɛ no the good news a woman is a mete sɛ ɔmo yɛ land reclamation no many agye land reclamation ne yɛ sɛ baabi a yɛto galamsey no na yɛnko katakata amena no so ɛno so enti ɛno nso no wɔmo yɛ a company na ɛba bɛyɛ no wɔfa kurom hɔfoɔ no ɔma yɛ na yɛtua ɔmo ka I think say it's in the right direction but yɛbɛkɔ so adi saa nkɔmɔ no
na yɛwie land reclamation na what happens again
yɛbɛdɔ so yɛbɛduadua nnɔbaeɛ wɔ saa mpɔtam hɔ but ɛsɛ yɛtumi yɛ research into saa heavy metals na wɔn mo ɛde ɛhohoro gold
no mercury
ne lead ne saa nneɛma no ɛsɛ yɛhwɛ ne nsunsuasoɔ ɛwɔ asase no so sɛ ebia yɛdua biribi wɔ so a ɛnka nnɔbaeɛ no anaa because ɛkɔyɛ nsuom no yɛnom nso a yaso betumi ayɛ ɔbɛmpɔ mmerɛ no nti o last comment
okay piesie galamsey no sɛdeɛ maka no last minister ɔmo mmɔmɔden wɔn mo nyɛ nhyehyɛ yɛ pa a ɛbɛboa because aha adwena kyɛ ɛbɛ biara ne yabɛ last year yɛba bɛto aba hwɛ ho demonstration ahoroɔ apemfo ebi ma ɛyare yɛkyikyi bi gum wate deɛ meka kyerɛ no asɛ yɛnhwɛ na mehwɛ sɛ bi ankɛnɛ no kebetime wura Ghana Airport Company wo kakra omo nsem na omo de aba no but wo de se mini ni so na bia wo kyena ye beto aso ane yenye
Ghana Airport Company ede nkrata ba o ma kire mu se cocaine issue no wo ma kire adwuma airport ne eye na enye no kre se na cocaine wom because national security for and afi eye Ghana Civil Aviation Authority for wo mo abeyɛ
mini problem o letter no no mo de aba no kama but Piesie ye be ka ga me wa na betima ka
dabi emere ni ho eti na etie ni Ghana Civil Aviation Authority in conjunction with national security enna wono mo ema permit wo mo na ma permit and sana aircraft base airport eti no se eba na sa na landing permit wo mo na ma security checks all security checks were conducted by Aviation Security and National Security while ground handling services were conducted by Swissport Company for the aircraft that arrived. There was no evidence of any illegal substance on board both aircraft. The managing director Mrs. Yvonne Anefuyo Parade does not know or has never met or spoken to Reverend Tim Fojo. The onus is on the groups or individuals making the false allegations to provide evidence of same. Ghana Airports Company Limited hereby serves notice that the company will not hesitate to seek legal redress against any media house, individual or any other entity for any international or mischievous publication on Reverend Tim Fojo's false allegations and related matters that seek to bring the image of the company, its managing director, or the government into dispute regarding the two aircraft. Discerning Ghanaians are entreated to disregard these fictitious and malicious allegations and publications and treat them with the contempt they deserve. Signed, management.
Yes,
Assembly say.
Reverend Tim Fojo says so cancel. I think on the 1st of April, no, you can hear first press conference now.
Yes.
Owie wako TV so, wako radio so. For 1 week in the end on the 8th of April, and send a Ghana Airport Company. On the press release ever. Presidency and the videos about one thing. Muna assembly see what biaya Reverend Tim Fojo abeki kasense 8 good days. I feel a Ghana Airport Company and a press release about one thing. I don't want to say I'm serious. Now because when we keep in a match and penny for be bash na Ghana Airport Company then maka and then I feel no match no the press release but SMS will outfit and penny for Yvonne Opare Mrs. Yvonne Opare then not you are all yeah for now what you presidency and watching the baby no watching me the videos about the reply now Reverend Tim Fojo a reverend minister and a member of parliament a lawmaker for the people of Asin South. Ababetina setima beka samtira da dia to wa nokura biye ni mu ana wafa no hodi no gusu a wakasa de ko egusu gu ani ma se na me ba behwa enu ade ya so last minister former last minister Samuel Abujinapo wachon krata e de ama eye your friend say diplomatic corps no and Lebanon from penifo say
diplomatic corps na wo mo ewo kroma say
kroma now
obi atumi chiro krata de komo atomo intelligence ekro mo esunchen wo Abujinapo de na see wo Abujinapo no wo to sa tama na lance minister wo wa so na eto o mine sase asase ya ban dia ho na wa so na ye to no bebre e no wa ye ban wansa mo muwie ye
wo bre so wa lance minister ana Ghana nsase nyina say ye wo galamsey ho Samuel Abujinapo want me antro lete time 2022 British Commission ebe ka kire yen say Ghana eye drug trafficking area no na wo abugina pa wo ho utimi show letter. They should stop being hypocrite. Nyina o manu ha omo betina so mfie wotwe ye hu de omaye. And this time around reset no, if you are not ready to be part of the reset, withdraw.
And no today na make say eno na ya na make say yes NDC for na che dodo abai na che say I started to sankrofo we because evidence we say ya ton state lands
yes
when na share ma ya ton ye ya che na nka obenya no akwa
de me ye sade de we
say mucho
anra na me pani bi kasa ni proof ni komatia ma because
na say yes
ye wo ye ensem a wo hu ye de otiye no no ankasa so be ba bonte be kasa ba pemo ne na ebinim guso nama bonte a minority ebinim a yenim so mo nsa hyetokro bi mu a ye betima so mo paachi no guso no mo ye dede piesie ekoya ne sa na ase mu bi adwuma ye no ya yagu na ye no kra se we ni mo ye the same people we obeye de dan kosi aga enti am before no unya posti bibi kwabra du bu ahene kra se mi ye posi o enkosi aga NSS o mi se enkosi aga enti ye hwese be si aga na se ensi aga e wo my Ghana mu wa because ye nyina ye wa ye bi ye ni ye hwe His Excellency John Dramani Mahama any NDC abanyi omobo se omo sei so omo di oro aba wo bi e wa first ko beji wo bi e wodi bone omo beche no because MPP for na tena so fi yakoyi wo mo ne ye bi se omo nsa de Piesie me de manuasi
me da say obrempon and out there kan mami ko Facebook power 979 FM mama for the messages kakraba mami team for later obrempon de ne aka no e be ba so good morning to you and your lovely listeners, especially the great people of Ward K. We Ghanaians thank Mr. JM for the removal of Chief Justice and Electoral Commission boss Jemenza. There be yenyanyi omun free ho your petitions and amount for their kwa womo ehwehwem. My regards to the lovely father to my lovely father Honorable Alhaji Alhassan Suhini, Deputy Minister for Roads and Highways, Alhaji Fawan and NLA Director Honorable King Salam. Kofi Simon say every public or civil servant must retire at 60. Period. One also as actual was say illegal mining must be stopped. Common sense to stop the mining for about 3 years. How long must we allow the youth to spoil their future? Who must grow food on rich land for them to eat? Ban the mining. Mining can't be banned. Minya Bema. I'll say Piesie Okrah, I agree. I agree with Piesie Okrah. JDM and the ADC are playing mind games with us. They dine with them. No, I don't believe so. One more chechi or more eti munya abotre. Oba to be the wadrin chere aba ewo Facebook power 979 FM. Oba na fe waba the wadrin chere na ba the wadrin chere ba ye be kenkan nyina de ama science we live ewo TV XYZ Ghana. Sabre ya fast da Emma Solar Natural Clinic. One more abwa pa ama manfo nya ayaresa ewo kroma. Nietie wobi a wontumi wo Dr. Solomon Apia Kubibo awaboama amanfo anyamma enyasem ketwa wo na wontumi wo no awunkuma fo tete wa wo mpeso mkofa oba foforo edebre wukunu no ebi o wanye problem yare ketwa bi ye de duro kan na sesa yare ni free wa wo betuma wa fa ho afa oba kidney ene how yes wanya kidney stone ni ekekan ka ho tutumrika ne ko Solar Natural Clinic. Liver problems Solar Natural Clinic obema weduro ama wan kasa no ubo se ho ayedin wa ona se atata ya de china che obi antu weduro ubenye eduro ama ho ato prostate issues and afi junso mu yare na ye sexually transmitted infections STIs ye weduro wa ye betumi ede ama wa wonso no ma wo ho ebeton nietie nie ewo ho ye wo infidia eye kama uduru wa mojemu hunama kwa no ye hwehwem na ehu bebi yare ne wo na ehu seni ano density ansa na ye de duru account. Dr. Solomon Apia Kubiye KNUST trained medical doctor awode bibidro ene san yare hwehwe yen ewa Accra kokomlemle ye ben Harvard Senior High School no ye number ne 0553932631 0553932631 ofra mpanyifo ebejo so istay peskagu botoma *426*5# eno eye mega cash na XYZ for the abano starting at 2B na fe wonso enyeska ye be mega grand prize no Easter mo na ne obi betume di 45,000 eti Easter XYZ mega cash Easter sikache de promo no phone network bia you should be Airtel, Etetigo, Vodafone, Telecel, MTN, *426*5#. Trabisesi na wonso di na sika emra account sem kai say eye NLA Caritas platform no na was undi 18 years amen to be nhyehye kakra ewo ho sabre abono watwa pound sima dubako yako let's talk educational consult na ansana no yamfa seda emfa ma yabo afo kakra ye ba let's talk for ene ewo nkomo.
mame and Chasson every True World Pharmaceutical Company Limited, Emma Yetif on Yafefo Montre and Sabri and Mutie. Yakase True World Pharmaceutical Company Limited, Mama, a Indian company Kasia Yasueno, Ewo India. Na ye no ebi wo wiase afana nyina ebi abedu Ghana hanom ama Food and Drugs Authority aye hwehwemu ade afa ye no ho agye atomu se eno no eye papa enti Ghana fo nom na wo mfansa wo ho yare eneyi enuro no adoso odwaman so sikasem so ho ayedin enti wo to adura na wo to adura eye papa wo benom a ebetu yare na ase once and for all enu aye de abadwaman so no edoso esan edrenti no ebefa kakra bi enti me mo yare so a na eno nche se yenu yare aduru ewo honom o hwe yen sabe ana wutie ye no ye numbers no egu screen no so a obetumi afa abra yegu so yedi wopom den ho enkomo adura edikan a mekasa afa ho ene anopai eye True World Vision Capsules True World Vision Capsules mama True World Vision Capsules no eye eni ho adwuma na yakase True World Vision Capsules a mama nipadua na akwa no yen kanea eni ye ni enti se wani hu tochima na edi o hawkase pa na abrawo entwan ema wani no emfra ensunsunso bia wahya ase ehu ewu wani kosua no ho no eduro ba ko a ebeboa wo na eye Indian fo do papa ebo adwuma eye True World Vision Capsules me pa cha wako hospital na doctor ka to se wonya glaucoma ana pressure bo wani no so a eduro ebeboa wo eye True World Vision Capsules obi a wani no eso ye ohene epru na wo pesa wonu munura enko wobi wo ho a ade ben na wo hunu anase ade wo akiri a wo hunu mepacho wobi wo na woda sori anopa na yese entintan wo wani so no wo ho na wani no eso ayo wisi wobi nso wo a ade sa na esumaduro no kra wo hunu ade mepacho uyo obi a wo sa oha wo nyina aduro ba ko a ebeboa wo eye True World Vision Capsules na obi a etesi wani so etani esi ani so a esha ase ketekete na ebo yenkaye wontu ana mo a eba be kata woni kosua lens ni nyina so ekata ni kosua lens no so a automatically ne etie ni se enya ade obetimi ehunu ade biem amana yeyi entu yo obi a etesi woni so ana se wo aniyare bia edura ebeboa wo eye True World Vision Capsules bomodin a na pe edure bi to na wo maame anana na bi wo ho a aging enyini nti ama nani ahoden ne eba foma me pacho bomodin a na pe True World Vision Capsules ni bi na fama no enu achi ye wo eduro ba ko ho a eye papa ebo adwuma ye friend Nerve Alive no eye intinimu adwuma obi beka se meden na mahunu se manya intinimu yare me pacho unya intinimu yare na ema una eye otititi unsem eye otititi me pacho ewo hono ma na yese ade ewuwo namu anase uso ade mu a ade a enyunu anase ade a ehye a wunti feelings bia se waso ade a ehye anase ade a enyunu mu me pacho unya intinimu yare a uye bema etumi ma uye mre ewo kete so entu yo bi a wuhunu sensunso we nyina na ebonka yese wenya intinimu yare na eno no edura ebeboa wo eye Nerve Alive no Nerve Alive me pacho eye intinimu yare eduro tatashe na eno achi ye wo joint fortis wo hono ma eno so ye adwuma ewo ye nompem ene ya poso me pacho wutie me enano pai na ukotodwe emu ye oya emu tutu oje ho enye wo sisi yare a emu eden waposo nyina hunam tutu wo so me pacho wadru eye joint fortis ya eno ena ebeboa wo me pacho na meni footballer player ba ko edi nkomo wo se doctor me obi a me bobo na manya problem ewo me namu mase anya opportunity ewo amanone a ewo se me ko nanso me nana emma me kwan emma me ntimi ntu kwan ena me recommend the joint fortis edema no eneyi ni problem a owo ewo ne namu ni kotodwomu nyina no problem no ko ama kwanya kase bia mana wotu kwan na wakwa bobo wo ya kokra wo ya brewa me pacho enumpemu yare any problem a wo ewo joint nyina no wadru eye joint fortis bomodi ana pebito na ebebo papa afi yenuanu mu mema ya moye mre ewo keteso wo ye bema na wo ye mre wo keteso a enkonom ya no mu nure dia ebema ho ye hihyeshi na utiri nso epai wo edu a ebebo wo eye male fortis no eye emema do tatahwea
ebo adwuma de boa emema se bi o ma ye mre e wo kete so unuma ekoye adwuma wo nipadua num siesie ubema ni atochima ni akofa nemu mre ye de abani nyina na esanso ma blood moja e pompe ko ubema num enti so ubema no afon ya ketekete kra esanso ema mu yedu ema ahoden so ebam abri bia wo pesa okọ odofo nchen no enye afei ena wo kwa kopa aduanom ansa na watumi ne nada onom mefotis na esiesi ubema abri bia utumi gina onaso tatahwe we eye India fo aduru eye India hama ena yakeka bom ede ye nure nyina any side effect bia me pa cho o my Ghana ni ntokro ni ntwe aso ba bia yato eno no e de apete honom na mum se wo hwe yen wo TV so a number no e wo screen so ana se utie yen e wo radio nso so a wo be fa number no na oni ye di nkomo 0558 724 302 0558 724 302 0558 724 302 0558 724 302 and a 059 558 2628 059 558 2628 059 558 2628 Ghana fana tokro bia ma wo she leading pharmacy herbal shops and drugstores a ewo omega na mudie ubenya true worth ye Indian fo no ni bi ato na mumba bia wo a wote yenka bia wo pese hunu pharmacy kra na drugstore kra ubenya edro ni bi ato abomodian na fa number no sisi a ofra doctors ni nurses a ye crowd a problem bia e ha wo no enuro no edoso esan edrenti yentumi muboni nyina so ye wo koko de e wo honom ye wo sabio muamonya enemu ye regono ene kekaye ye wo muno muamonya mojabroso hypertension muamonya diabetes ni nyina ye wo eno wo muamonya stroke ni nyina ye wo muno e wo honom a unya binuma ebebo ema mo pa wotitu na wo hwa ye dia mamo ema sabio ensufi egumu mu menses ema ye eba mutipin me pacho ye wo lady fort wo honoma eno so ye ema do tatahwe ni nyina eye India fo aduro entini ene yi bomodi a na frɛ number no abra ye de enkomo eba awieye number no eye 0558 724 302 0558 724 302 0558 724 302 and a 059 558 2628 059 558 2628 Mr. Mumu amu any problem no muji True Worth Vision capsules na aya mon kai na mon stem cell yadro na eye powder no
Obinya waye Kofi Kinata de bia me come say Kofi Kinata de ye kind natural resources e wa Ghana ha say ye kind ne ka ho odo na de lumba eti ye ka say Ghana natural resources ye wo timber ye wo gold ye wo bauxite ye wo manganese ye wo oil na ye de Kofi Kinata nso ahye ho na odida de lumba nso aka ho ebusia fo ye ba kwa ba de Dwaboase djubedi so Moses Clinic and Herbal Center esimen ka cho say na no pay wo mo flow say yare bi eto so bi ene sika sem ho edin enti obi yare na odi tifi o mo say bra wo mo bo no da fom for 31 good years aye san yare enya sem ketwa hypertension hepatitis B diabetes ye manage ma manfo ma wo mo ani jekeke eti wo no pay to wo ye den prostate issues you be pay mo ho duro wo ho ye de kanwa wani beji dread malaria stroke STIs de ende keten kra typhoid fever keten ende ba ye nya ye lab na pan ya ma wo duro ade be che na wa wona wa huri yen wona wo kro no na se bibia so eko enkan eno no ye wa duro be ye friend no eye Moses garlic pills na say dro no eboa ma moje di afusa ne mu ananse ta che mo no mo amoda mo ntumi ndamu ya face them mo mfiliye e wo mo bodi mo asetem bia wa emre kakra wunye bia ebe boy free salon cinnamon e wo man no so boa Medimosis 31 years ni ye san yare a Ghana for di ho adanse say ye clinic na hospital papa eno so eboa Kumase for mo kwa ahenema kokoben ye wo ho me de number no ebetudwa eno ati adenta ena yaso ye kese no wo pa won kan ha ye ne adenta police aso ye no ene di nhwani mu wo ka kwa ne jawo sa no uduru ho a ye besan yare ASL building num e Ghana Highway Authority wo ministry se wa kra e ho nso ye waso ye ba ko ho eje kojo temafo afie nya pram chopoli so yakopefo momra eye school for the deaf na we eje kojo no yene no ene din hwani me ho ye number 0244068447 and pay Medimosis for ye chiamo Dr. Prince Osei na Dr. Penya wo ho ye chiao ye beko eye Let's Talk Educational Consult ye konkodi nkomo emfa ye mane daache ho eye suku aba vacation nim eti wo ye adwuma wo do nya koto ba ne twene ho a ye behwe ne kama abroche for curriculum ena ye de e kire nkwala na de wo de ye ba bedi hu nkomo wo TV no so wo de ye ahwese ne nkwala na ye kire o ma de ne mom didi agro keke ano pay 6 months copying 6 years oba no ye je frey 0249069821 afi yenko Let's Talk Educational Consult na Madam Time Bomb enkomo
again to you know maybe I rotate here and pay Wednesday so no mincha here te na wanna watch on Facebook wanna rotate here on radio na mincha oye mama me Mrs. Edith Ampofo na mincha fina common chose Ampofo ye major na mincha grandpa SST na mincha Apostle Piesie Okrah na mincha was so as button of a child from Let's Talk Educational Consult and be from a director's ample for aka Madam Time from Let's Talk Educational Consult then dada and yabadama yabeshe any parents yabama morning crunch yabacha kana ofado was better to mafama no the places you have to send your words to and then we do was na kwanpo odo ofado was na nefa pemnyina jina Teshinongwa Estate idu first junction ibisa the municipal assembly our betro it's 5 houses away from the municipal assembly on the Mango Street. That is Let's Talk Educational Consult and one school is the LTEC school. I am here to tell my from away the 6 months and above in my from and won't go through all the aspects of development to help them grow and I mean stand tall amongst their peers wherever they find themselves, be it Omani, African country, anywhere outside Africa. Baby girl will find oneself because they will tell you that they are continental kids. They are not just for Ghana. That's how we train our kids and we ensure that as our also helps with one development. One kind of one you ensure that they are safe. Into a button and a plan them na a plan and a babies and so you are safe after work ababa from now or LTEC school but your phone na wombusia ade na womfombo aside that where button so was sundry are able to as I juma za ya round na epona abefa hon and so also falls back na yensha na inform mo na able to follow Let's Talk Education Consult, another LTEC school on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok. More TikTok. There are some videos you can go there and watch. I started that so no. About to my friend on 0249 069821. But your area. So what to send a WhatsApp? Send a WhatsApp. Record your message. Not send another type of message. Not send. No return because if you have a call and a calls for home, they'll be expecting then America say you pick a call. So yes, it's being worked on. But mom may pick a call so many ways in common. But I said that if you can text, if you can WhatsApp for sure, and I pay. Joe, you're button something though.
Okay.
I mean now we yet to hear me. We always say that we want the best for here and more from them. We want to sacrifice to the point where you're being there and a big jina ye ama iheni asomdwe. Why? Because ella a button the breaker there. Mr. Madam Time I mean with them. It's me pada me bano onya ne dem.
That's right.
Ama ochine bi why yeni ye wa kudenyi asaneme. But I ask myself, how many of you know from man what's the sacrifice we are making? I say, how do they even understand the year choir but no sacrifice and it's for them?
Yeah.
Start I say,
yeah.
Obi wa okoba ohuneba oko school obeba na afrana ada obeso obeko na ma nje obehunu bebe na bia Sunday and Saturday be so wanko occasion bia that is wedding and year and engagement and baby and also be one afrano. But does your child understand that the sacrifices na he put out there no for ornament what I say? Does your child understand even a Juma area So that's it. Because it's getting to a point where I'm having interactions with a number of parents who are saying that, Mr. Sir, they don't even understand the sacrifices we are making for them. They won't understand because in country one, I was in 4 o'clock. You remember the last time we were talking about kids waking up early with their parents and all that. You see, Oban in the morning and I'm from was very practical. And I'm friendly. The woman will break. But look at the time when I saw. On your miracle, on your miracle, or Beko go, Beko day, or the Beko school, or Baba. Maria, a bit more than your assistants will fee washing and more from my hand, laying in according to your cocoyano. Do they understand it from that level? Because a number of kids these days think that whatever they need, whatever they want, or whatever button was a man, because yana papa yana mommy, and there are certain things we've portrayed that when you mean we have it, and so and we are also coming down to that level in a sense that we are following a trend. About and we are looking at what others are doing without understanding the reason why obedient about to ballet class and obedient about to music class, because Obitina who there, so maybe a Desmond, Nessa Medina music school, Nessa we are. At the end of the day, what he will bring out, one match check me do any talent or a passion, something he loves doing. It is all for the Mokwanada or Bobuano. And that is the reason why I'm sending my word there. And there's the general aspect where kids go in to learn, because music alone generally opens the mind of kids. But if we are helping in Mofama development for one Dutch and we are sacrificing, what are we doing for them? Yerishe others, Mawori, no yen feel. Minyon could be never could be. It's member Musmeba Kubiana. What benefit is my child going to get? If I see that I am calling on parents to come together, meet me as a let's talk and pool. Let's talk about your word. Miss my Bob one identify any passion, any talent. Miss my ebe buama way who come over for those siazi. And I ebe channel path biamana. You will tell me you are busy. You will tell me you don't have the time. We can beka da kwejuma when you could be invited for baby in Tebeko. Sunday beka chande it's your rest day. Eko chapel now you want time with the family and your rest. So you won't have time for me. So how will you understand what your child is going through? So your sacrifice should meet up what the child is doing. See, that is why when you were say, sorry I have to use this, but Obesha Dawa Jembe Kakra. That is why so one Kwanebane soccer game Okrah.
It's a big deal.
Thank you. One Kwanebane recital, not porn recital, as in music recital, or a big problem because from the onset, infancy, what tell away one there. Afraid this is the part. That is why Obikana and you can't go to Manchester and train fingerlings. You can sorry, but I have to say this. Because they start grooming them in kitchen. That is where the academy really works. So I'm drawing our attention. Academy no after 1920 na academy go and go right. So you see, a parent will struggle, and at the point I had some kids coming to me for Saturday school. They were doing very well and I loved it, but I could identify that this boy need be with whatever you are learning is sport. Example is related to sport, but the business example, entrepreneurship, or the football pitch, or the there. That is why you are able to advertise this for a minute and somebody will get up and go and buy it and come and sit down and watch the game. This child, whatever you do, and between 6 to 7, I had to encourage the parent to ensure that even if not, I find any time at a point should be spent with this area. So in your born or develop or talk about sport, or be BB related to sport. So don't take it away from that child. But in your no Sunday, may a penny friendly and intino, no sacrifices no akopim. Because here is the kids will go to school and come. Manani Abesha one result. Oh, Ninti school fees will remain in a day. Ninti into one you go for work and a day. Did you have time to go through? And even if you went through, what did you do? You just paid for a teacher to come in. Did you really identify areas where you challenge my friend? And even if you identify, do you know the role you can play as a parent? But that boyfriend, hwɛ yɛn from it's obiara wa school separate facha why the papa teachers and guidance will tell you that their parents played a role. So in the maybe so the what role are you playing, and is that role meeting up with that sacrifice? And aside that, are you deciding for your word, and that decision you are making for them, is it actually what they really want, or actually what is going to help them? Into the Let's Talk Educational Consult is not just about coming to sit in the classroom and then learning. Make sure as a parent, one-on-one, I will let you know this is what we can do. Because whenever you come, you are busy, ready to pick up your word and go. But if I have 2 minutes with you, there is something we can talk about. So please, I beg you, sometimes when you are called upon as parents, don't go and sit and go and ask only questions that will benefit you. Ask also how you can play a role in your child's life, helping them to do one homework. Senator Fachi, paying their school fees, which is your responsibility, is not enough. So they won't understand your sacrifice. So sit down, know your child. Eba know as a consultant. Inquiries about I will ask you every detail from you as a parent. Your answers will let me know if you really know your word. And others say, oh, I tell them grandma. No, that is it. Claim your friend grandma. Wow. That means grandma knows, and I don't be full knows. Or let me ask the nanny.
Wow.
And you're telling me that at a point you are doing your best to meet up what your responsibility is, but a friend Ankasade, you are not meeting up. That's why we are losing out on our kids. And see, so you you count the cash, take them to the best schools, and we don't play a role. Affect here. And the ways is here if you have the record. It's serious. It's not just about exams or pass, because at the end of the day, I'm telling you point blank, the certificates, it just shows that we've been somewhere. But what is to be put on the ground is your skills you've acquired, adapted, and learned through. That's what you're going. Because maybe there'll be a school, work or engineering department, be there was on career, a junior bananko fixing machine be. The worker for the first class certificates, no better home. First class certificates, on one and on. Without those skills, the certificate is nothing. Please, as I'm saying, I send you we giggle, we smile, we laugh around it, all right. But I am serious about this. I beg you, because you sacrifice, and the sacrifice doesn't meet up what you are looking out for. You do everything to make your child comfortable, but at the end of the day, it doesn't go the way you want it. It means that we are not doing something right. So this morning, as parents, as guardians, sometimes you invite to one eye, no one be TB, no one from blue, one from. That's all we need. Into one friend on 0249 069821 0249 069821. No one follow on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Education, your BBL, is not just wearing a school uniform and going to the classroom and coming back home. Thank
I do shape in all the Bible bed of say Dala so they snap in the bank. To guess in our good chapel walk when double share one house on a club in one bank. Tina Mesoma Bad and Lucimia. We say Unia, they be Sawaso, Yamesoma Bad and Lucimia. But you over for the band in Lucani. Tina Mesoma Bad and Lucimia. Net you to be the plastic. Yamesoma Bad and Lucimia. Jasuma Mia in Lucana. It's a jumbo papa, and then I'm a baba physical. So I'm considered bad, I can't have you any part. Personal calling was offering to no one can.
And it's not minding you know. I saw for you now, Tom conscience. It's a 1 month to say our conscience never here. The bed then I will man so far to be in country a year. Politician or one sorry said near my course one because politician will jump busumi be a problem. Anyway, job as you be near our power 97.9 FM now for TVXYZ. Your call for short commercial break. Your saba bio mama kwaba. Jumadi no air to us so our hase and pay. Yabakwa manaswa kwa bonkomo and pay daily graphic at the by psychiatrists be say ye Lucy and Mabunu to red. And it's a born in our monoma is no. Ena afen so Ghana ha kakra ya chi cocaine, kakra ya chi we airport na ya chi we. What is really happening in this country? lawyer Alexander Chumberima deputy director at the Narcotics Control Commission. Womo ena Ghana ha nuboni hu niyama nyina womo ena ese womo hwese nuboni makroma na enuboni yamfa makroma na emma mesey obi. Lawyer Chumberima, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh ya de.
Adumo.
Yedanyame ase. Yedo ko Narcotics Control Commission ye kasa ye congratulations. Ya hu adwuma nso amobo e wo ha no pay daily graphic e de eye assembly aba e kire se mabunu no ye lusu omo to red. Unam say ka wa bo say amafo de da eye underbridge wono. Bo say amafo de da ho ma ye zin. Trotro stations amafo de nam ho ma ye zin. Sa nu boni we no. Kwa be so na efa so bakuroma na ade mu hunu sa kwan na afa de ate atese sa no.
I mean, of course, you know, the coin not to bounce or whatever, but so follow news very lately. I say you're using the office. Under the leadership of Melody Namante, collaborating with other security agencies. The first opioid arrest was at the Emma Port. A container, 40 feet container, was a column nurses on the college. We doubted it, we arrested it because we don't want you to use our border posts as a transit point for illicit drugs.
Okay.
So it is the tempest and Nigeria now they require you. So we arrested that full 40 feet container mineral. But that day I got instruction, no. The boss during the Mante Yankasa. On a walk, completely any customs head and port security in California that in any quarter of port. I could share the could be so I was one to say. Would be that bishop here to say, do we an offer so to me. So you need a different thing. And I said, how manufactured. And manufactured free. Yeah. Piesie Okrah production and then the idea.
Okay.
We are doing not that made in India. But John part of us at the bar. And you put the company in busy.
Darby.
Ofra and prayer and make us. Was it that was in the after what your wife and I can.
I Dwaboase.
In the Ubo station, be a part of whatever I was working at.
Sanity, Pepe.
Now I didn't think I wouldn't get a woody scene. Oh, you had the bar. Why hiding your own? Now, one time I'll be to something with the pretty free.
Okay,
so that tells you, sir, I didn't know what you said about it. Yes. Almost sensing, say, but when you do one easy, one show counters doing the zero. Only a station one bag made. I don't say you're watching burn out when you're small, you don't get if you call regions in the back. A coach will be a water or and shop with an attendant in Nadian Baba Tumwa. You are pending court. Wow, what you woman. Then in this local about the men across the country, so we pick intelligence. Maybe then we send them to come and arrest you. That's why I attack catching that them move here about you. See what you seller, I mean the shop owner, and then proud not my attendant or come to know a nursing put and buy a nurse. I want to do non-conform. No, what you mean, don't buy. I don't we are not sleeping on our job. There are several intelligence about some other regions and cities or towns are Yapik and not Company kinds. You go after all of them, but the intelligence is the main category. But the men of almost what you want about you. And we are able to be an equal so that but the movie you move to be. You know, You're about the evidence nothing you can't say that the short of music you know that you are doing one or somebody else.
Yeah, because I was just saying at the ACTA, a national issue. Just a district capital, be any major town, be a Wokuma, Ubenya over the counter for Warma Tontos and Baby. It's a more one more tire, Jumadene, or more street boys. No, woman in baby, our motors and you may say a quack, a dear, and open up on my cousin. Guys, no, say I'll do a museo, red and a dear, when you pay me to because no boarding. Omunim senior city. So how soon and I'm mobile ready and crofo because it looks like a dear singing no. I don't know Kosro and evidence no so necessary. So we do lorry terminals. It will chroma who's a man for that. Omania is
yeah, I was the main point no, it's not really the only you have to find a way of taking them through rehabilitation. The concern is also break the source point now almost different. So what I say, and the attention is more on those treatment minutes. Those treatment maybe on one day or that. Yes, only I think we are counseling and the rehabilitation. That you know the effect of it.
Yeah.
I try to get you a free move. But see, you break the source now, another free. Now one son can. So baby, a man, some name more. Me wanna.
Sapa Pepe.
Aha. It won't be in town. But I put my coins in. I got that. Yes. And then you video here. I could think of one more papa gas and more traffic. What is the wife that you need to
okay.
What can we scream this? We dream we will give you.
I mean, was that video? No, just an ass from power.
It was funny, but a very serious matter. And that is why I'm saying that our men across the country are doing their work so well. They are gathering all the military intelligence and taking all the necessary information. So we would be able to like I said yesterday, we concluded on one reason. You must strike you. So I'm going to further works be on some people be now more information. You strike, your shops 9, 8, 9, and notice now. The issue from that.
Okay. Also, from the issue of those opioids now, Abana, say akwa problem e Ghana ha say no. My feel one na yem co prevention so. Kwan be so na nakok for mo fa prevent se Ghana yem fa hanya transit point. Ana se yem fa aha say no. Yem fa emma kurom ha na amanfo enye binto.
Some na kata we say when you talk about what non so for be to church. Yeah, you mo no say man dey still find other means of bringing it. The means to be able to do better in get you we see the things of you destroy and the back. And only is one key prevention. For example, what is it called? So one like that. We have documents on that as in the airport and Ghana no problem. Therefore, yeah, because you have not the years of the affairs at the bon affairs to come. The more than we get when
control also.
One crowd you from an I say I'm purpose and it's not with India neighbor. Another was manufactured in India neighbor. See what I would be India whole street.
Yeah.
It would be background. But here, more quiet,
okay.
Until you have a amount, you have a movement.
Okay.
So prevention is moving. If you have a criminal, you can not walk in here. 7 days on a month. Well, I'm coming in from where?
A visit to be fatogo. A visit to be fatogo. Eh, Dabi, Benina, say, Tamale. Yeah, it's true.
And you all could not open the video or the video cause baby. And it's not the amount of mountain copra. What does it?
Yes,
we can't talk on a person. I know do a thing. I will be continuous for almost
no, yes, in Jane. Okay,
whatever.
All right. Now, Cecilia, now, Mount Pino. You won't go for this in Namcoma say, Wamukra, transparent plastic bag CB obo say bo wo mo kon ho na omo nam krom bebre na anya Ghana for oduro say aduro ho na omo tonton sa de no kwa be so na ye be fa so na ya control sa de no so
I'm saying you know my chum even to sell drugs you need to be certified first and you be under the drug you might be in a drug to nobody was said to know whether the over counters the contact and then they pharmacy shops that have been done. Yeah, the pharmacy councils and other people, all their rules and regulations are they go you follow for them to certify you to be able to trade or sell in any kind of bag.
Yeah.
You know, I'm saying I mean now the other bag I bought in I don't know do no and and then you know about the challenge and then so we share now with the other customer.
Omo bebe na so eton ready ni bi.
Number and one of the category. That volume now so you know bomb on the
okay.
All the women they are not static. We need
yes.
Other shops now don't come back they move around. So you know I don't know there was really bomb on. Yes said the
okay. Yeah, call as a for so. Edi entina nanse wo bate ya chi wi wo airport, ya chi cocaine wo airport, ya chi cocaine wo ha. Afen na cocaine esuma si dwadie no kosoro anase modwuma amoye ni ye nti ene ma yete sansem no.
Mara we ni yente na wote because you do we no ayet na se no. We want to ni ma 2 minutes e mra no. And what the government saying some you ba no dem brigadier general man say. And the better for me, and the other deputy from Mr. Boa.
Okay.
Only a council. You come out in actually, and say, it was a council. Any arrest that we make, we inform them.
Okay.
In the last, the office very 3 weeks, we are almost a month.
Yeah, almost a month, yeah.
Now 1 month, yeah. You mean around 15 for so 14 so and there is a month and another in 1 month office. So this is the team in the interview, the next day or the next 2 days, you can media. Yeah, but we have offered to talk on a road coming with us with some years. Okay, and you are testing some of this that I'm talking about. I don't see it anymore.
Okay.
As compared to about the other things from home friends or now much cooking and I won't put in a book of the couple yet. Anyway, a million to me back. You are at your show, sir. When to can have a second idea, the figure answer.
Yes.
And because I'm sad to tell you, but she is not going to bring any action.
Okay.
But it's back effort. So we are small nowadays, but we could about you. I mean, that's a British national, yeah, or they cannabis or something. Bad, yeah.
Mekai pa.
What I have to map of my phone. I'm going to follow up this one to know how far they've gone.
Okay.
Okay.
Eti enya no krese ye NDC abana man nuboni dwede akosoro te se ne minority for no any
Ejedi Okrah ocean one 2022 akufa ni ba nya friend so kwa na British ambassador na Ghana. Edi two just sabre no Ghana ni boni je na me ko so pa. Ko so mo fi ni so ngo ndi ni ndi na ko kene o. And no one will be open as not a man. If I never prep every card, they didn't even no candidate. Yamani Bandasa the money. It was the okay, they were doing India. But Yaman to be NCM in India and India and India was also opportunity. Then people were about to be oh, almost if you doing that, but you are telling them if you trade the net, you will get you. You also the annual physical well. Nothing will get you out.
It's all my warning.
Nothing will get you out. Okay.
It's warning now, man. Is I
can't imagine.
Okay, eti sesi ano mompre magana ye fanya transit point en koton enuboni eti mwafi mwani fe ena mode ehwe ma yenko reverend team fojo ho pictures bi a watwitwa meka picture na ese mfonyine a ode na no etwa ama Ghana fo ate ase ne se aeroplane mienu bi besi kroma bosomi atwami wo modi mbobone ba ha yesi won fa evidence mra evidence won fa my but on radio station to radio station so amana kwa yete say aban ye ba so yi e boa amanubone dwadie akọ moten sansem we no mo hoye mo sen yes
intelligence almost every day. Okay. But if I tell you the number of intelligence report that I read in a day, it surprises you. You think I will call you and tell you on radio?
Dabi.
Or do you think I will allow myself to be interviewed on intelligence? Oh, I think intelligence. I think intelligence. No. All the people that can tell I pick other regions. What's my region? The answer.
Yes.
Somebody answer because I'm watching away.
Obadan
also. People are following. Obadan also. You follow up on it. Not on the mountain B. Say mountain B, say mountain C, say mountain F. What do you mean mountain B? It's when mountain can make one.
Yes.
But how people are on you? They are monitoring you closely because you are going to arrest you very soon. Very soon. Sometimes next week people might be reading English and will become a competition for the home. And you don't pick intelligence. That's a young pa. No friend come and Sunday do some one time. So, Mamma and Sunday, you only have what you could do the other war. For the 4 years, they come and should know better. Now, so he has decided to watch his own development outside.
How?
Never know. I come out working. That's what I'm saying. Everybody else could be a woman at the young narcotics for 3 million Yakasa. I never call it. Flight and Abu again. One fashion and the people have. And the airport company for the ambassador can have what? I buy my bank as a force. First party of this, we are in here. And so the other picture, said you're working and then what's that? You ain't there can be a boy. You're boy, no problem. You can win. If you look at your Piesie Okrah, we need more power. Now we need more Chumberma FM. And some to me that I said, I would teach Chumberma FM. What is you? You try to be, and I walk us out of the workers of our way. Not some person will make more power. Not from one.
No great.
It is of my family disarm. One man, you know, and I need to and send you every more. 10 years ago,
it is a Siano, National Yakane Sempo, Narcotics Control Commission. What did 2 means a mobile quatinana?
The National Security Coordinator is the one who coordinates activities of all the security agencies. I know, sir, that appropriate actions are going to be taken anytime soon. To watch out.
Yo, yate, share, abo bisu, say, share. Ti ya hwese ne ebesi akwa akosie eya mocheche amanfo na ti se ne oye na abre ne bra no no na mama ya so atene so na ya gode wura magana fo so atumi atibi pa lawyer minja na kotoa wadwuma so ya da se ne adaje a onyama yen lawyer Alexander Chumberima eye lawyer ni mapa wono ana ye Deputy Director General Edema Narcotics Control Commission ne na first na friend no Narcotics Control Board no ese a commission ti tumi no emu ayedu na yene ni di community red no ma moton no yaso amoba o medical ba be tobi unim bo say ye ba ya na ekura ye say ha na ye to no eti yachew for adwenche ba Facebook Power 979 FM and TVXYZ Ghana ni nyina o Facebook to adwenche ba emrepem ye ba kenkan ni nyina enso de ama Dwaboase dwumedie no ye to aso enso de ama mo ye ni lawyer Chumberima awia na intim fojo won ne se enche bibi ebesi bibi besi enche bibi besi ku Ghana Limited for the araba bazen pills na ba minu aba wuti me na no pay eya unsabuo mu na eya na ho kire obi wo ho a obose ne de ba na woda ya saa wo yanche kope araba bazen pills ebebo ebo wa ma o menses na ko smoothly no na eboa wa siesie wa himfi ho so ama bibia akon mo amode ntumi ma mo nkopɛ araba bazin pills ni bi ennom na afi ebeboa wo ma blood circulation nso atumi akoyie pa ebeboa nso ama watenka no gina baabi ase gina na obi wo ho da ho tim kegya saa eti menu ama obesiesie ho ama ho ayefe obey obasima araba bazin pills Kolo Ghana Limited for ne dia ba ye wo Champon Junction ewo East Legon ho na ye dwumadi kese no ewo ko pharmacy shops ahodo bia e Ghana ha bia menu aba emaldo na efe na araba bazin no ko na we refia o de o se araba wo mbepe bi enso e de ama na so anom 0244 139176 0244 139176 na jinchire mu bia echen ne emede ama we na wonso no wo ho ebetumi atɔ hola sevia haba clinic esmen kancho se wo nan na atata no ba ye be pedro de ama ho atɔ ba udware won se dwo bia ba be se ono funu monti ase bra na yenhwe ma wo hola sevia clinic diabetes and afi diabetes no ebia bibia tiwu na afi wamia enkoda kidney issues sisi yare obi wo hwa ne nansin tiri no etwe se wi koneko pebi asma e ha oba no fanebra ye betumi ahwe na ama ne ho atɔ no menstrual issues na afi etwa yare epilepsy ni nyina no ye ho adwuma wo hola sevia clinic ye wo assignment ye ne access bank ne di hwe ni mo 057 665 6658 057 665 6658 and 0200 623 038 so fra hola sevia herbal clinic was only God can heal you. Ye twa ho abaye ba Azobela Emmanuel atena se Adams GH wono na ye panyipa woda eho ano na afi yenso yene ne babo nkomo wo mo na ede eye petition akwa mampanyi na nado danko akufado enti yakọ commercial break to ewo TV no so Power FM yenso ya ha a ye bo adwuma enti ye ba sisi ya na ya ba aba bebo nkomo no wo ha o ma ne beta
na kwa me taxi driver na enkane na misisi eso misisi ama kame na ato na twetweme binya 3p garlic mixer no aboa me pa odunu asa miracle bi wadro no chese mafunu kra se di sia twimi anka me humi esi so kase me humi ani esi so obeka se di bibi hye me so bi no na ye normal mi bi pi na tinu mi ti pa me sa 3 days ni adona anka se de nyankopon di ayi bi ahodi se ma ebi nya sam ketwa anam se we de metro aka so na me fa nse me nkwa no
me de abe pa se 3 years ni ana asa me gina wa me na mu se shinya se me kwa we de ameko bi amu so much me dru abe 6 years ni o tema se am ya maji se ne me jana ta ya le nem ku me preko ene 4 days ana me koto 3 garlic mixer ni tema me kase yankupo no yam se ende ya me no kase me wa to me a me din wa me mte ase
3 garlic mixer ubenya bi wo mamu pharmaceutical shops and herbal shops for Piwak e 024-89-288-24 and 020-100-002.
High Sense Kitchen Appliances. Imagine no ayamre. So we breakfast anopa. Ube here High Sense juicer, High Sense toaster. Opesa mixing. Ube here High Sense blender, hand mixer. Oh no more. High Sense rice cooker. So open your share. Announce your High Sense water dispenser. Any kettle. What do you need to Opesa kanishi? A High Sense microwave. Opesa chia the intentum so dear. High Sense air fryer. Now person steamer there. Any High Sense steamer. Use High Sense vacuum cleaner. Who chensi no musun tempa. High Sense dishwasher. Atade de betumi ayefe. High Sense iron. About knitting camera. Your gas cooker, electric cooker, and ceramic hobs. Matiti to say, and you boom. Every 28th March, I come 8th April, and your High Sense kitchen appliance promo. High Sense require 5 years manufacturer defect warranty. High Sense, everyday prices for everyday people.
If I shop, I make sure you're bad.
Brother, and that's so beautiful. Not only
we should see you back. Queen, why you say?
Bra, said your time about Misha. It's your Jimmy in the fearful. And you're the about ever so.
You didn't know this offering now.
Bra, some make us a needy time about Misha one dance ya. We are singing now about Timinka. And it's some malaria. What run it time about Misha?
And you go, dear, and what I want to meet any jail. What run it time about Misha? A great and your ma or bar waffle through. Dear one ma for down for any aquada when you fear to me. And some of the time about Mr. Graybill. She's a walk hospital and answer loud. I'm what we said. Oh, a 3-day malaria be answer.
I also time me TIME. Time about Misha. I feel malaria fever be than Ziba a woman. Never slap. Ubenya be at all. Over the counter medicine sellers. Any herbal shop to do an FDA Aji a Jadian Cratway at all.
I don't know yet to be there and will be there from Okrah. I will say I read and how ya reba na ya kwankura we dey chinchina wunya aniye and get to bray when we come for Lion Age Clinic Ghana and Famau ahankwa na the puma the dey be grow asan yare and no wunya sunsun subani bia abusia say yare for the puma our Lion Age Clinic Ghana Dr. Biodo amudra senior ho famation kokra and e hwe yare for no e ma ne botono abusia say oba be puma wa haseya yes and nam yare bi to say syphilis, gonorrhea, candidiasis, the people running see a friend of whites. Yea, company everyone our hase. Abusia, we are Bema, who passing any more, we to me why do my any more careful now. Lion Age Clinic Zebra, not that we grow among now, so said Bema Mapa. So also see your bar, and that's how I look for book about who may be. Much not bread, but we PM our Lion Age Clinic Ghana. Now we take the first soon and we'll fear.
Adofo a mo hwe me mo so fu profiti abe kakra me yare ana me da ho madam fu bi ba no nche me introduce Lion Age Clinic Ghana man na me tuwa na mo no me ko ye me mo hwe me o mo me dru enne me ho atom to wa wo hwe me a wani da so asa me kan fu Lion Age Clinic Ghana ma so so tuwa na mo bra na bi na wa yare sa.
Assalamu alaikum na zo nan ga hospital ne amma ciwon da na zo da shi ya ga an treat na samu sauki yasa duk wanda zai zo musulmi duka ya yi kokari ya zo nan wannan hospital ga da zai samu sauki da saukin kuma kuɗi ba wani charge insha Allah da samu sauki.
Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Maxwell Aziz Minta. I'm the founder and senior doctor of Lion Age Clinic Ghana. Our mission is to provide you with exceptional herbal medicine treatment and holistic healthcare to all our patients. With our team of dedicated staff and innovative treatment, we are here to support you to becoming a healthier you. Thank you for trusting Lion Age Clinic Ghana. Lion Age Clinic Ghana, your #1 healthcare expert.
Mama Kwaba Yatanas will grab us in so Dr. JJ Harrison, UTAC Secretary, University of Ghana, Legon, Watanase. Dr. JJ Harrison, Akwaba.
Yeah.
Bibia boko de.
Onyame odom boko na muzo.
Yakopo adom. Yahoye. Wata de pa. Say ya eti nyina ya African way. Emmanuel Salam Azubela enso Executive Secretary and Director.
Executive Secretary
Adam GH. Akwaba. Bibia boko. Good. Yada masese ye frame mo matumi aba na ye ne mo eba be bon komo na marisha sem free Azubela ho. Enra na me hu se petition bia ba ma petition eye mampanyin John Dramani Mahama say Jemensa wono ena ye titinini a woda abatwo commission no Electoral Commission. Mo se waye niema bi etiyam pam no. E de niema pote na de ne kan mo a mo twro sa petition.
Yo, Piesie, my memfa enjasonko emfama watiefo ene wahwefo anopai.
Ye joso.
Just any we kan ebo ye din na anchoring democracy advocacy movement Ghana. Our trinity Adam GH.
O say din ye den wadodo.
Anchoring democracy advocacy movement Ghana. Our trinity Adam GH.
Okay.
Na sa petition we no enye me organization na made a petition. Na me petition as a voter. Me ene me aba kwa efe no Jonathan Alomaso.
Okay.
And yemi no na the petition no emra e de copy mo mampani ehye. Okay. Na yensema ye kanyina simple. So wo hwe 20 before I ever call 2020 elections no. As voters register for.
Yeah.
Na sa voter register for na ye nsem mebre ene sisi ye. Ba kwa na ha adwi yankasa ye registration na figures are free all the regions ebano Asante region figures nkwa ebedu EC head office omo bohu mienu miansa omo double anase we ye no triple anase quadruple o ka se ye kan ho sema ma EC for ba pa che o ka se omo yusu bofu bi se na ye error anase anomalies.
Yes.
Emma ebedane terms e Ghana oye obi o se e anomalies ana error. Now when who say either it was a ploy to steal or to increase the vote in the Ashanti region to benefit one political party, and now say the EC officials lack arithmetic knowledge, or when it comes to mathematics, they don't know mathematics. Now, say I think we have to change the Electoral Commission, Madam Jinmensa, and all the deputies and their top hierarchy. There are also many inconsistencies and video recorded here. Madam Jimensa declared 2020 elections. Okay, I say you call 2020 elections, no. Madam Jimensa ama bonten ameka politicians sembom mo amu media for gina ho. Who say party A, party B, media phone the Emma Madam Jimensa the general no declare election results and say asemesi ana obenten ana edin kwanim anaso edin kugu. Why would him say even constituency level pono ye to abewi a party phone nyina na obi agina ho ma mo kan no ma declare say asemesi anaso obenten. Yeah. Sounds like about presidential declaration nso na say friend saying electoral commissioner declare a obi ho. Now okay, so I'm going prepare stage say Madam James Babet na honum I declare on be huna video recording not GTV a project it we need baby record this declaration of free every year. After that declaration Madam James SI results no 6 times and when you need dance say other say now we adwuma party A and party B and now say adwuma no onimi enti we nyina so mi na ejina so say ye nyini firi ho na eto so mi ansa kwan a ye wo politically exposed persons a omo electoral commission ho about to commission there enim say ho no de neutral body only various political parties ye adwuma na say okonya obi to say Bosman Asare enim say no TESCOM coordinator wo Legon Emma MPP so na atu ahene Dr. atu ahene also enim say Dr. Apiahene. Dr. Yes, Apiahene, sorry. Apiahene. Yeah. Okay, say ono sunyane. Ono bo de oba media stations, any TV stations. Ebe defend MPP. I friend say MPP communication team member. Na wonam kasama MPP. And they would na kwatena EC officer where IT director. Wono na ebe fitin fidie mu. Enti to me emfa politically exposed persons enkotena electoral commission ho na ne etoso 9 ensema free obi to say Bosman Asare anobaye watumi afre NDC anomo opposition say they are threat to Ghana's democracy. Yes say we neutral na so we free a wo meji football no nyeden embo short say we shegu ye hwe san sem na as a neutral person enkasa asem no yes I hwe the same electoral commission omo EC director Bako eba bonte be can say na NDC for fighting for forensic audit last year no was say 2016 register na ye use no na emmoa ani nnua edi wom na enso NDC an complain sa de no na ade nti na ene omo complain say new register na ye wo no bloated na se bia omo yamanfo edi afrim ye pese omo mekere ye nipa kuo a omo ye nnua anaso moye mwa wo Ghana ha mo di wo register ni mu no because ye nim say register na ye fa register nua ene mwa na say wo ye electoral commissioner na what me ba out official abeka say 2016 register na ye wo nua any more more. So one to mention the Niana any more and the Pekua almost refer to them as a morning Niana. They don't deserve to be in that office. Let also a moon or negligence and also almost failure to protect your biometric devices. Okay, so last year registration case any BVDs be our EC head office. EC head office or a security zone. Okay, do what a soldier for na police for mobile by or honor. Piesie, me no way to me and nantempo and kitame bra penny baggy, so raho. Now, one rawa at Tumaco BVD machine and also registration case. Eddie P. Ama Ayama, a copy or MPP delegates for being same one on the day registration. Sadly, what it means is that the EC current officials cannot protect our electoral commission equipment or logistics, and therefore, say to me, EC no man who buy. I have fast soldier for friend saying, police for some money who ban say, I won't be mobile there. What we penny or to me who say, a Jumano on some father sort now. Near a toso NCA 2024 elections a coy. EC Babonte the catch a gun of when you say. Ne officers in be declare election results under duress. Ne kase ye declare results under duress. Ada say the two jina also. And I say kind and I see a kidnapper Edward Kwashe da Ebuma kase enye sa ye be you say. Now every Ghana Police Service across all the regions and to me am fa report baako amma say ye chi Piesie and I say chi me bra ya ote hei and I say chi me azubila say me kita tuo edigina return officer so say declare election results.
Okay.
Say enye sa ye be you afi ho. Ento timu say sa asem no na ye bosem ka a ma create tensions. Ediama omano enti we no eka baako oka say honorable Haruna Idrisu the petition command electoral commission in 2020 elections eka say Techiman South oma declare elections no wrongly ediama MPP enti one reverse electoral commission track krata enye na no de kan ye the command parliament Haruna Idrisu no minority leader eka kire ne say you two about you say declare results collation center or no now head office EC head office no on to me the Salman yeah the same incidents in the sea afiwe a friend is saying Obuasi East Tema Central Ablekumane de keka ho na so EC atime conduct recollation where a friend is say a double standard you doesn't have principle and I say enye mra na EC ede na adwuma say ye mra na say mra ne ka semba ko say e forabont e fa ho a say mra ne adwuma e fa me so say mra ne adwuma na say ya ka say ma me fa so esi ha mimi de esi waka che me say oh e hu hia say me de esi enye bone na Piesie be fa nsuo so de si ho say ya de na wodi nsuo si ho e bone mra no enye ade a say eboa e magana tumpon na wo hwe nkromfo mo sal ewa oti region ya deny wo 2020 ade abeche ama yakoto aba no ya deny wo so muntimi nto aba ama wo nto aba anyi parliament MP for 4 good years.
Professor Kweku Asare onono
very good
professor HM say it is the cardinal sin
very good
of the Fourth Republic
a cardinal sin of the Fourth Republic say what deny a group of people 4 good years without a member of parliament representation. But there are most cases are MPP they call Supreme Court. I am omo isi no so a omo ko do ya na omo say you cannot deny a member of a constituency a representation in parliament.
Yes.
And to timu say mra no emu de we na edi adwuma ene Uganda ha. So sanye we nyina no ye hu ni say edin sunsuaso boni ede be abatuo. Na say
affect Ghana
democracy. And say John Dramani Mahama say or reset Ghana dia. On to me reset the economy, and reset corruption, and reset my BBN cough 30. Now, electoral commission they play pivotal role so far as our democracy is concerned. No, why with this kind of politically exposed person or political biased group of people occupying that office. So we have seen it as something that, as soon as possible, the president have to act on this particular petition and remove the EC officials currently so that we will have neutral people people that doesn't have any blemish when it comes to their neutrality, so that the moment their names comes out, both MPP, NDC, PNC, everybody will say yes. These are Ghanaians with high integrity and with the in-depth knowledge to manage the Electoral Commission, so that we can continue to say we are a beacon of democracy, so that the democracy in Ghana can continue to be our bragging right as citizens.
It's and I'm the petition.
Yes, and the petition.
Why did we see here?
I the command chief of staff.
Okay.
In the office.
Okay.
Now,
Julius Debra.
Julius, and to me, sure say, action will be taken. So petitions petitions are being. She say, "Ya 2 year book, and I may say be a day or time, and I say be a hatred to be nice. Oh, my emperor can be soon for you, mamma, if you are. And summer, a bit I can say, Professor Bika say a cardinal sin. And Nioma, a chiwadi, and a mamma. We ain't near Omodi, if anything. Madam Charlotte say, if you want to be, we a petitioner, a fight for your democracy. One, I bet build the trust of Ghanaians when it comes to our Electoral Commission. It will also make Ghanaians realize, say, we now have an Electoral Commission that can go by its own principle of free, fair, transparent elections. Say, we will not have this kind of tension as we experienced in 2020 elections. Who can say, Mampeni abedi echire dada Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ever bonte be concede defeat at the early stage. Ni enanka EC boss ene dem come for the Ghana efaso no. Hwe even things on create with regards to just parliamentary. When ka presidential kan ho anka Ghana nke betimati na ha. Wotimo se yanse sama me we na sa afibi ye benya presidential candidate who are very violent and somebody who is not tolerant.
But you don't have any evidence that says na many person will be declared. No,
you see, what I'm saying is the evidences that have deduced from the recollation issues, and the duress issues, send them handle and Bawumia unconsidered defeat earlier. And also yes, and this current EC cannot stand on their feet and do the right thing. This country could have been in chaos, and this is what we are trying to prevent in future. Okay. So that in future, if we don't get a presidential candidate like Bawumia or John Dramani Mahama, and we meet somebody who is very violent or somebody who is very temperamental, now say well lose some person here. Now Madam Jim Mensa EC boss and the Ghana and Kajatum. So earlier is the better. We don't know which candidates these two major political parties are going to present next time. The lives of Kende Japan and others, you know how they behave. If we have a Electoral Commissioner like Madam Jim Mensa, na se wonya obi asebe mpediasa ono no ntokwa na ope otujira bonte be kase me no ade mesora ade chere mesora ni wa mienu na wo madwem sika ene ntokwa na se wonya san krofo na se obe o candidate. I think Ghana, our democracy is at serious risk.
Okay, eti Emmanuel Azobela no executive secretary de Madam GH omo na petition mampanyin John Dramani Mahama say wonyi Jane Mensa, who is the Electoral Commission chairperson, or say yin free ho. Now, me, your kind of sound no the Thomas. How can you deny a constituency, say, member of parliament? Doesn't make sense. Jeez. Dr. J.J. Harrison, UTAG secretary, University of Ghana, Legon. Doc, Mr. Makwaba Bium. The removal of EC chair. Where there are 9 kind of topics in the whole, but a baby and rain say slipping it through. Do you think, say, because Nana Kufuor buy Saloto say, ewo yenya petition say, you see faceless people. Why am I petition? Ya mayen Mampanya Kufuor do the Council of State, or more deliberate or one, ye free. Yara Mahama ba, ya petition, and also ya kanyama, and also boiled down to incompetence. And also, say you free doesn't mean say baby aba ye mess sign Electoral Commission and free one.
I mean, I don't think so. But I would say, as on mine, you put the principles in place. Your democracy, whether you like it or not, it's as fragile as anything else. Into when your people are or more conduct, questionable to some extent. Na the way we see on Yamano, washa that she bet me this John's Bonnie, Abra or Minor. Me just the next one is you being Sankrofon, everyone said, you beat me a people way for people who have credibility and integrity to take over the office. Mr. Mika, young team got but now as EC chair, we didn't declare results 6 times. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. A quite so now fast our quality results 90. I say we change 6 times. And no, I did back I mean, face actually say we.
Oh, but say a social results no ba na ye tabuleti a say a mistake betumi aba.
And mistake date me ba na mo make say eye ba ko mienu a wutumi de che. Na say 6 times one kasa what tabuleti ade na publish na what change 6 times there me gidi say entwa yi. I know you mean my big problem with the Electoral Commission.
It's all for Adam GH boss you so say one for petition enko na so emba emfaso.
A crime bias no, yes. I mean the point is on say oh yeah there na say transparency na say one kasa no went me nyina wona so ankasa o ebia enam ade wey sunti na man ye say you see transparency in our electoral process is very very important. Say yama transparency mo it creates unnecessary confusion. Inti be enamom de entwa ye and there are other electoral offenses. Ebi ti say eba ni sana as oman yetimi tena homa inipakuo sal for 4 years any representation in parliament now we are electoral commission kwanchefon how I mean democracy is built on whether say ope say wompe the principle remain the principle and you know say obi na say oh ma you have to resign in protest to the person's if they want to say electoral commissioner Penini Nasa Sal for now for 4 years without any representation in parliament. What Brobian say in any democracy, denying people representation is a cardinal sin. And me is a non-qua is a good grounds for all the commissions in over there to be removed because I know the Ubetima forgive you all the sins that people commit. But pa say in the Pakubi home ye dear that who bonny I deny with the chance to be represented in parliament, you know, and non-qua is enough. So one gazano, you are complicit in terms of your capacity to perform your legal duty as electoral commissioner. In general, I know that so many of my will be Piesie Okrah. Sal for issue and I believe that it's a grounds for somebody to be removed from office for incompetence because I think that it's a sign of complicity. So we didn't run so now we didn't run so we didn't go to that commission home or Maraso. Sal for it's a dent on our democracy and we should be ashamed as Ghanaians for allowing people to deny a group of people no representation, not for 2 days, not for 3 weeks, but for entire 4 years. I mean that's a shame. And then just because of political expediency.
Asam no crack to so ecosystem.
Up to now, yeah, the technicalities, yeah, and then I'm and Kosiaga, and then I make sure. Oh, in EC chair, all that you needed was to lay an ally in parliament that creates the constituency. A simple matter. Say, and it's so by beginning now, you could have corrected your error down the lane. But and now say you control about being say Sal the Yatua NDC anybody winning to now a Kobana NDC being a majority of parliament you as an electoral commissioner was compromised in that process and therefore decided against conducting an election for a group of people. I think that's so unfair and under any democratic rule and can we see he Jimenez that intano go there me form so
la onim sa semna wo ka say court technicality sama semna atena so aba bedru sa bia ma ya sama ba beto aba now they have an MP. Does it a precure efa Ghana judiciary ho?
So yes, you see the bia me ka say on mind because judiciary is a key component of that democracy. Democracy without judiciary is no democracy. Now, I did what was here. Say, yes, justice must not only be served, but must be seen to be served. Indeed, sir, pay, and yes, sir, oh, what court, you do some, but I was so be who's and you be quite fast, do some, and you're not counsel now, sir, sir. And the judiciary has to play its role as a fair and neutral arbiter in all these matters. Sakobane say assume sine bentin asamba ya wode de kanu kwakumano ne ya oba asamba de okanu and no it doesn't give confidence of the people in the judicial system. Say nkrofo a confidence a reshemu ewo ye judicial system no say kofoma they will force to take the law into their own hands. Into the minister dey me need connection in government, me need connection in power. Into the matter ko kodan court here me nya atemwa maminche into no ene say was say to na metwi na mekuni pa korona na matwi to na mekuni nipa no ene de ba no emra ye ko ye sana na you know it's taking us back into me. I'm just going to say the judges no bibiania momo fair in the way we hear matters, whether they are political coloration or not, so that people can have confidence in our electoral process and not everybody you keep men kebinu emu ashekena. If you say unim say to abawie na se mfa ho ne de subfici asisimi a na me de kodan court be dia ma me frenchim mfa ho ne say hwan le to say yetimi du sa pempen so te Kenya ye tum koto aba na sumi kwa kasa da bi abanse le to ne ano ntwale kwanso ntini ye san koto foforo yetimi nya sa gigiren ewo ya judicial mu a me giri sa baboa ama ye keben kabinu emu ashekena.
There's been a similar petition ya petition Mampanyin Mahama about the Chief Justice ono na o panel judge former wom kudi asem and these electoral issues ekwa yenim se ne CDA. There've been rumors say Abrante years say are under investigation kwabena Dwaboase na all signals bureau say what the bulletproof car be kwa command. There were some discussions say cause so rumors they yen to me authenticate but akwa to say no there were so many suspicions around that sector no.
Yeah, and Nutina, me say, what your democracy, any can when and because sir, we are Otimwafua, I was say the way we see a conductor on and ma independent regime muse and Fahuni say, as some Baba talk on us because I know him the Baba talk on us. I was say independent GD muse. Obey per in terms of judgment Obama. It is and some be say for a yana to sing kakra. And so minim said okay minim dear name and petition my say or the Common Council of State.
Yes,
your Chief Justice chance to respond.
What respond
into
but do you think there is certain agenda na Mampanyin kano Ghana Judicial Service and I said you got uba or my Ghana Judiciary no so free say here overhauling.
The change is sir, your Judicial Council, General Legal Council, a kwekua, was a discipline judges when they don't do the right thing. I don't like political interference in the judicial system because it creates some kind of bias. Sir, everybody said, Ebiana Miankasano, me would imagine enanam, but enam sir, me nam for your me new. Manophobi, the way you see it, to say I am being influenced by those people. And you know, as much as possible, judicial also who say whatever you do will be used against you in the court of public opinion.
Sure.
And you know, say Amanyophoi bem bebria. Momo Muntia say there be ko nientia sabi obi ekodu Supreme Court yes say o retire krana bibi efa ho bia no omana fa yentimi ma won koye adwuma bi enkoji ska ni adade because sabi omani obviously secret be be di unchen you have so much at your disposal. You know, I'm just saying say amanyofo get closer to justices in the hope say so china bi no na asemi ba ebia obese obagum kakrama no eno nche say necessarily no sanity. But once you get closer to people like that, the perception begins to build. Into the message say, I judge for Obianim, sir, oh, yeah, or Timwafo, and yet you make it. If you say, Emrano Honum, and Nanokuran Honum, sometimes no, Emrano Nokuran Ebra, but I was so to me, Edu Yansa, 8 minutes sooner, who makes sure saying, yeah, no, justice is served. And yet, Edumaketua, only party. Into ourselves, which we to Nipano, into a very, very difficult task. Into Mr. Sir, Obi Nim, Kokotwa. People don't follow all the nitty gritty, the details near that. Into Command says sometimes technicalities mean that they for the Buasembia, Nama, a Nipa, a confidence in Ecoform. Into as much as possible, the judiciary should be insulated from political elite.
But Cecia is a petition, Council of State for Eshishema Mufu say Chief Justice no. Why bibia enye bibi papa anti say ye womra e kire nti a ye betuma Chief Justice every office. It is a bare say emra no ye hwe ne ye waye no na sesa na mra ne say obi ye sa ye nyini mfiri ho na ye yina say mampanyin besa yi another Chief Justice, which is to me oman no e de ama no say no de nye political interference.
Not necessarily, but I don't make us say you see, people have called for constitutional review,
which is working on
over the years. I believe that say you police penny, you electoral commission penny for you Chief Justice ni na kan enema constitution be me a review. I'm just see no to me no man penny processes for either appointing or removing the Chief Justice has been laid down. Into one the process has been activated no we am hwea to me amrano ediamano into the it's within his powers to do so. But I'm saying, sir, I was say as a minor, you to me insulate these people from political interference because any of you know what game pa. Sabi, sir, many of my parents say, Machiliba, and I'm free, sir, medical so be here. And Mamma, your coin, sir, me appoint you be a dear. Nansuno, obviously, our dream, something will be out, one no, a book which you have to be any mistake. I need your cry. I mean, it's just perception, not the reality.
Okay.
And your perception, but not the reality. But the perception is as important as the reality. In Jamaica, I say, Mekrano, Samekra, Mechi Bakolam, and I say, me, and the democracy on man. Sasina Betomima, measure my kind of tone. But and none say, my relationship with a person to do, say, Miyako Biasam, Nasa, Kwama, Nipo Akona. Obia desire na say kan na for no ninya no oni na
at a point Ghana for Ebeka 10 be say unanimous FC it became a problem.
I don't understand and I'm message say I judge for no so sabi I don't think the electoral commission paying also aba into obia one preference but and same be a judge for be ya mo kan no that's if it bothers the pacho if it bothers on politics, yeah, because it creates perceptions. There are some be to say the Obi we are electoral commission. Oh, guys, one particular party is a threat to democracy. Over the saying. Into when you are taking a decision, how does that influence the way I will take decisions?
Okay.
Into and nobody
okay.
Fata Nipa occupy such position because the confidence in you is as important as the things that you do.
Okay.
Because we are the nurse why Frenchim nurse you need to do said the way no na bit me the batwa aba.
All right. JJ Harrison and our technical Dr. JJ Harrison the title ni dey here pa. What are the University of Ghana on the UTAC for secretary or University of Ghana. One now technical message buaha. Good morning PSA. Please ask Azubila to let us know if apart from their petition we have other ones. What is bizarre?
Yes, I think I heard there's another group whose acronym is CDS or whatever.
Okay.
And they are writing petition to the president saying they should not remove the electoral commissioner. They should maintain her, blah, 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 and those things. So those are issues
or the member council of state.
And one thing is, they say, we have done a lot of research. You know, our petition is not just talking based on hatred. We started raising issues from even before 2020 registration up to today. So it is fully packed with facts, issues that has been discussed on various media stations, and we have them. They are most of them are in the public. You can not that somebody go and sit somewhere and craft something to paint them black. The utterances of this person is the voter register was full of trees and animals. You can just get it. The NDC is a threat to Ghana democracy, and this SAL residents denial of 4 years of no representation in parliament. All these things are public documents that you can just pull them and ask yourself, is our electoral commission actually doing what is right? And can this attitude enhance our democracy?
Okay.
And can we continue to call ourselves that we are a beacon of democracy when we have politically exposed persons heading our electoral commission and saying things that are unacceptable to the peace and security of the nation? I think these are our petition is not like any other ordinary petition, but it's a petition that the president will not even have any tough time taking action on it because they are all boarded on public records.
Yeah, sure. Time and a better. The South saying can also be attributed to CJ, to the CJ, the Speaker of Parliament, as well as the President and the local government minister at the time. Let's share the blame among all of these people. Wait, if we dignity ho and or the buy. Do you agree?
You know, there is a body that is in charge of our elections. Be it the Chief Justice, be it the local government minister of the time, who's supposed to conduct election for SAL people. It is our electoral commissioners, period. Whoever are subordinate supporters or also their stakeholders. You can call chief of what do you call the local government and those political parties and the chief justice. They are stakeholders, they are key stakeholders. But the person who is mandated has been given the constitutional mandate to conduct elections for the people of SAL is Madam Jean Mensah and her team. So you cannot leave the ball and be hitting the goalposts. So I think we have to be straightforward with our petition.
Piesie.
Yes.
Look, carve Uti out of voter region. Now you say SAL, which belongs to the Hawaii constituency, will be divided into two.
Okay.
Obianim into what electoral commission? It don't seem say that process came as a surprise to you. Maybe see a deliberate thing that they did. What I say? When you as a electoral commissioner, you have to be interested in is the redemarcation, is it going to affect constituency? I been here say me de who airline echo parliament say be ya say nipa no are not denied representation. It is all better say we electoral commission penny na we ni na no ebo pusa na che say one kasa we incompetent.
To wait the day before election now with the statement about say mo betuma akoto aba bamba to ma presidential na parliamentary then they want to make. Why would you even have to wait till that time? But at that time I don't know. So now woman say ebe pai our parliament I don't know. But you talk about me sure say the mad creation of that new constituency in here they say ekoye 137 no. Because most definitely say you create constitution for instance our constituency no na case yen to aba kemekwa NDC straight it is NDC eba be majority under an MPP government. So I think that is why Omantu and Kwaku. But I abone.
I need to make sure say kebem kebino enye se de open oyo. The mrano sia no san ese be bia mrano da no wan fan to a eden e free talk. What you say? You know and from say who is going to benefit from the new constituency or not. In this Ashanti region nka se be you yen kriti. Nkebe kriti. Nti okoto de boje ye ya nche de akuma ewia I mean and I'm telling you say easy at the ally echo parliament and speaker of parliament and other people am pass ally na and can you say as easy no ojuma as far as I know no correct me if I'm wrong Manchester easy at the document be akọ say yen create star constituency na yen gazette ni ento aba within the period and nonti na man nipa dey asem according court say easy and when we are at the krata akọ so say in the first create constituency the abay ali say be create another constituency as star in zero hon krata ni parliament mo hwe na mo ni ujuma bi gidi say anka court say mi embem ntika judiciary no ene hwan aka no nka mu nyina anka mo mbam nemom enam say easy anya na juma nti and na come court say mi na eba nti me I won't blame the judiciary and I won't blame the local government. Easy was solely responsible for laying whatever instrument that was needed to create the South constituency, and they didn't.
Dwaboase Jumadi today upon 97.9. I feel live on TV XYZ. My mission messages kakra aba ewa ha. Nana Kofi inti Samuel. Say please NDC forget the MPP gurus. Do what Ghanaians want. Okay. Also more spoil Ghana. Or say you to about 20% and a train or more. Slim Gozi or say Azubila you are too much. As for the EC, they are goners already. Mr. Host, please stop defending these criminals. Can't you see that EC? I'm not defending them. I'm not. Me defending them because me better radio ya so we has a time sal issue by me ma wo monti me obi ani me position because democracy ne say sit no say wa ye de bibia hye won sa na say wo ye na eyeye no say wanya me mbetena ha na me hwana misuru no okroma misuru bia yento aso na afa yenko the main discussion so and yababo ni tew galamsey issues no pay ya yehu interviews me question ne say mama starting free Dr. JJ Harrison ho we you tag secretary e wo Legon what can you tag mpanyimfo a mo twi na nakufo ado aban abo so jo mama ba nche ni ntira mo edin na because galamsey no da so koso
me da say yenye din ohun se debia no se nipakuo bi eye bibia obi ti ho a ofi se omo soro ya na omo ye am se ye beto aba no you tag ye ne media coalition prepare pact bi ma political party se omo san eye omo pen joma ama osan bi na in the pact no ye lay down idea was se omo ye inti aban taking over no ye no mudi ensa woso we've engaged with the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. We are still talking to them in terms of their expected from say Abino Ebeye. Now I'm say Adebakwa Mepesa say Ubia say Galamsey no Sisia Kosro, Galamsey no Kosro. Not necessarily so. And he said previous government, you know. Reporting around Galamsey was actually censored. And you know, the embassy will be a chance. The Galamsey is a nice city. Ghana and for you, you chama, and you na and you before the election. In the affair, Jomama, I take over no. And I'm Cecilia Nipa Enya Akukudro say, my community say na caution to me trying for information Ghana for. Into what I'm saying, sir, what we are seeing now is actually the baseline. This is how bad things were. Me Jimmy said, now where 10 of our forest reserves have been taken over by militants. Me tell radio so TV so eka say yan hwe ne yan fight Galamsey head on quickly. E be baby no militants e be taking over areas and then begin to form their own government. That becomes a national security threat. When I was saying it, now I didn't know say this was already happening. And you know, the mention is say Sesiano and for you na yehu the baseline of what was actually happening. Until we must begin to now judge government based on the current interventions. From now on, they will say, or they will come. They also were reclaiming some of the forest reserves that were taken over. Nemo, Meno, Ebano, Galamsey.
What's your approach now? Yen kakra na abane ye training a man for ama omako bomb pempen wunsu muso. Na omabo nsuo no ban yesi blue water then task force yawo forestry commission for guards our forest but omun kretu Galamsey for inso ba tuo ne kura me wo video bi na no excavator operator kura se pump action
yes
it is very terrible.
I think that government communication around Galamsey no has not been effective. For example, BBC minister say inti sa
oh, my minister no.
Oh, yes, minister no. Now, last week, I was Somenya University.
UTAG,
yes.
Okay.
UTAG share minister Amakofibua. I was an independent for I was Somenya last week Thursday.
Okay.
I need a dim person. This I was Sa Okun. There, Omoye, and no more. There two or they two are coming. You know, Eddie Uncomo. There, your person or you differently. You know the council. But let me change it. For example, Sa 8 of the 10 forest reserves now. Yes, yet me I recover from militants. No, a fire. Apparently, we use the military to go in the brutal force, you know, to drive those people out. Which I say, but some report to me now, and ma bonting many people say, oh, actually, they are sure for you deploy or more use to taking over every checking all those areas are militancy take over and then doing say nansanya yet say police ni bi o chase Galamsey for wakoto amanam ama service wa hwe ne kwa enti you see in this fight no the abandoned posture no here as much as what they are doing. The difference between the current approach and the previous one is Abano was adamant menya ho hwe enti no the opobia no monye but you see at least we see say the abino eka any the oil no means that there is some willingness to get the Galamsey issue resolved. The willingness is there clearly.
Who political will no.
The approach no and I no be honoma ya ni omo enya na menka na mensu su dia say so oka chere me kwabnebo say obi free Togo, Benin, China, Wabagana, Abaya Galamsey na yache no na ya man embassy into Luprika ni amfa nko ni kroma sebetabi ankwasi asem unti nko China enkodi boni ni enka se o ye deport Wabagana ye de wetum antene wi ye deport emrama da ho pefe intino nenim de akoso sa statement no say yanhwe ni honorable Muntaka and whoever took the decision say yanhwe na ya reverse that decision will be a dent on our fight against Galamsey because Aisha one was a high profile person. What you say? Oba Ghana by Galamsey ya chini ya na so mafu sinemi at the time o say ye jelina Ghana GDP increase into ya deport no okwa ya sana by yetimanu. Our borders are not secured enough to make sure say some crofo we kwa omunsan. Besides, so when you say me kona say me ache me kona na deportation and e be deportation, what prevents others from coming? And I don't quote there, to be honest with you, that statement is one that I feel say it's completely misplaced. And whoever took that decision, Honorable Muntaka, reverse that decision as quickly as you can, because all the effort that you are going to put into trying to fight Galamsey, if you keep this as part of that strategy, you have failed from the onset. Because I'm telling you, say, nipa na eba no, bebre omonam our land borders. Among far airport, Makaso airport, there your fingerprints with they are coming through illegal routes. No, you saw about yeah, better add nako. You understand? It you know, yen chairman pano embra kunye and sana yachiwa so oh dear so no Ghana need their uko evidence yachiwa yes I don't think it's even fair. And it's against the law. You cannot as a minister you let her decide not to enforce the law. There are environmental laws, the laws that govern how mining should be done and who can do what. Foreigners are not allowed in small scale mining in Ghana. Until a foreigners say, oh yes, small scale miner. What umra? What umra so ye wamra kwaya what you do efaso. Now ka say yendi porto keke without jailing you before. Bijiri say no dey entwe ye. You know that decision is one that's going to undermine the fight against Galamsey.
Now Emra, member of parliament for few West Ebetna, baby out Juana Norte. Let me be sad say, I didn't know take his decision. No, say, or say Ghana and China are buying a was anxious. And Intina war no more, I take his decision. He's a member of parliament, so I want to believe him say Ghana nearby. But your better minister, no, and now the deputy, no, besides says, say, no woman, and it buying. Nadiana was anxious, because Sagana need the body with US are buying a chinitum.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
It's added Ghana, so be about the bonino free China. Yen to mention him to Ghana.
Which is a war extradition treaty with China, Krana. How many Ghanaians have you heard say? What could you want China? They won't Ghana yet trial. How do we even police the process over there? You see, so if this is the case, in your communication, Oba will say, look, Ghana and China or extradition treaty. I know what you say. Still be China need Ghana will be the bonia. It to me, I didn't call China. So Ghana ni so ye boni wo hodmo yetimi edene eba ebetwena so e hanum nti enam senti ena se wo ye China ni a na so ye hu wo Galamsey wo ya ye do be call China for it to be tried over there and onye se wo call free and onye deportation. You see, extradition and deportation are two different things. When you're being extradited for trial in another country, a different from say you're being deported. Oh, deportation
minister was clear or see deportation.
And I make us say deportation no HSA waba intini maba and meba was okay you family court near the court masaba. How are you going to make sure I don't come back? But say a extradition for you to try it in China there. That is I don't know. You don't emra nka obe face ewo Ghana no. The same emra and I will coach your home. E be kra na omumra kra no more ding a chain Ghana there no. And nunti and you enter into an extradition treaty with that country because which is US, UK. Their laws governing environmental stewardship no much stronger. Into no aso twa be ma wono a chain say nka the law organ hanum. And you know, if you are extraditing somebody to UK or US for the person to be tried on crime that they've committed abroad, you do a bit pepe. You know, you don't have any fears or call Amiakujano. But deportation there, and I say, what by you not to play you don't call Ghana for Omkaboche, you deport me. Omba, you don't to prison. You don't be able to be sometimes over the people after a while they find their way going back. Even with all their immigration system, how tight it is, no Ghana for a me deport Momba, Omomusa Koda. What I say, with our porous land borders, no Untimin James say, will be China nearby a China, yes, China. Now we are going to make sure that the person doesn't come back. By what mechanism? But even that, all can one catch China for also foreigners. Foreigners no Togo for Kahu, Benin for Kahu, Nigeria for Kahu, Cote d'Ivoire for Kahu, Niger, Mali. And all kinds of foreigners. It means it includes everybody. Do we have extradition treaty with all these countries? What I say?
Okay. Eti meba hobium and sana yapon now 1 minute. What would the FM and yama UTAC for the 2 minutes and then say 1 year time being and na mo de amano akwakopem na so want to me anya den and na mo so mo ye azubela galam say issue we say issue na mechiri ha ya omo treaty edemaye densu anambwa
yeah
and no say polluted eti abene den
Piesie
aban no onye din
e be say mebra penny doc
ma me 5 minutes na yes adwuma no
e ka SMB or say aban no political will but the approach so far is not the best. Ubisa simple question e dey na aban enye. In fact say follow me omampeni eko western region eko thank you to owini no Medinechi eko western region. If western region ebe do central region. Na ye cross Pra River no. Me who said that is somewhere February. Na Pra River no aye ensuo na ye koji to say pure water e kura me. Ema me kojina ho ye video. I can say almost 3 weeks or 1 month of John Dramani Mahama administration. And sooner ye crediting so me so produce beti me abosa video mo awe and sooner ni tia ma nka me dimensa esansuno no me pransu no just this year sana make you
so that time no me tia say NDC for be akọ mining site so akọ invade wo na so o mapam galamsey for na free ho
enti
so te eno no man so te ya what did we do wrong nti ama say nsuo na ni asanse
eba enti me who said no ema me twa video man penifo bebe na enam trend on social media pa ama man for so nsuo na ni ati wan the late listen Ambassador Sampiale in fact nyame fa ne currency
amen
me yes that video no on the first person of frame I say Azubila is this real and I say yes I say wow that I'm relieved asema okan yedi he was so happy say he has seen the Pra River in that state. March, 5th March, and I may say free takrade a bank crime. Me drew on me who soon me catch me driver say on park it. Afe ensuna ni air to say table. Atra milk. Am I near ye? In fact, me were who me taking just pictures of it and I made the cinema penny for me the all video no they can say Pra River 3 weeks ago Pra River 5 minutes ago adiche na safe match on man penny ko gina so I was so surprised say the president was very passionate and angry within him and make warning this galamsey say telling the land and natural resource minister say on making sure say they cut the ship to bring down the Galamsey menace. Nkame be president. And after me an advisor. And I menya kwane just 30 minutes. I will tell him what to do. And the Galamsey fight will be thing of the past.
Omo we TV XYZ e Jubilee House nti o kan but president advisors ni bi beti
me catch kwan afa so a yesu ne se de ente medical de sa background ma de ente ne su ne ate ene de ente ensu no access ya no galamsey so no ade ba ko pe ena omusuro e wo Ghana ha
ene de
sa access no take key effect e ma John Dramani Mahama take over
okay
me ene ya me mo ene mpenimfo bi kwa Santa region
okay
ya vesti areas bi am does building
okay
forestry commission district office na wo hono omo launch fight against galamsey emma omo ko bene omo ko hyehyɛ excavators ti asem we yi omo hyehyɛ excavators no enti enkromfo omo tin say hey endis abanoma sa hyehyɛ excavators no na wonam galamsey site ni nyina de na wo hu low belt ya twe machines na free site ho wona o machine o ma rent e de ko galamsey site a obetwe me yakose
dabi
obi a twe ne machine ene ma nsuo ni tie no
e ba pesa o kire say yen san starting sheshe excavators bi
me ba
but I think that is the right thing.
I'll give you the enter me can say menya kwan no man penitra just 30 minutes a yen nsuo ni bete no unim ne nti a eye very necessary say yen she excavators no se o fira kodu ye ka se galamsey a enye highway ya dawachi ena mo de galamsey se o kodu forest yen fa bibi ti say Subrisu forest e wa Santa region wadu bekwai na wa branch eko Kente Junction we refer to Kente Junction wo for sa kwan no wo kodu Kente Junction ho na
kwan eko praso nana e da be kwan eko asinfosu no
yes I say eko asinfosu very good enti wo kodu sa Kente Junction ho ewo bekwai ho no eho eko be forest na Subrisu forest na mo tu galamsey no kan to me nko ho bi
adintia
aje se ofa moto okada no akodu forest wo ya be bro forest no so no okada no so ntumi nye den ontumi nwem aje se musi na mo nante na mo awura be bia ansa mo akodu be bia excavators no etu no ba wonim se excavator in engineering term ya fe the backata odu be bi na se river mpo no be cross a ordinance no edisimu a no apega the body na eden
asim
no across so ono betimi aye sa cross so na wo na wo ye low belt driver no eho no mpo no motor bus mpo ntumi nko na wo be da fa forest ni mu ento mo de excavator de nam forest ni mu saa akodu forest ni mfimfin ene yetu
okay
sisi ya no wo ye forest guard na watime wurawura mu anama me kire se kwa mfa so mu wuram ekodu forest ho na wakohu se excavator ne esi ho wudu ho no mu hu se oba no magane o ma to kiss ne ko untumi mpeja excavator no ena district bi ni ho no ma aban ato low belt e di ama district forest officer say low belt amo fan twe excavator semfi forest oni enti se okohu ho na me ka te ekodo na network enye bado mo say omampeni ma directive se mo she excavators no o mo so se o mo kwachi excavators na o mo frɛ na regional ministers o mo fa low belt no mo kwatwe machines ni na fa nkosi RCC say na be mo de be ka drip ho no mo de ayi it is not possible me can asim dia say
adentia
I don't know who advised the president that way. It is not possible because one a whole network in body ho forestry guard no this galam says so can say excavator driver no pona okita den pump action gun forestry guard be na ko tena bush ho ama akobo 6 na oguseti also wo guide machine no ye beku na wo hompo nsuo se wonya no because be dey make say ye wura kodu no network nye adwuma wa for regional minister pon na bia wa for no meeting on sanka no e be take 1 day na 2 days no watumi aba ana low belt pon tumi ndu aje se wonya galamsey for na mo atwe machine no e dey pie wo jai kon so a wo ba no o ma so e den asa
enti yenye ne
enti yesi no enti ne enter me ka tell say the internet sure e clean no omo declare say yen hihye machines na obi anim say yakoche o machine a yetweja atum ene enye obi na onko fa machine yen free low belt na huko ka mpanimfoɔ no bi nim sɛ yɛ declare sɛ yɛhyehyɛ excavators a meka kyɛ within 1 week nsuo no nyina ni bɛyɛ korɔgye na mehwɛ government fight the will is there but they are not getting proper briefing woka sɛ they should ɔmo fa lobɛ na ɔmo fa nkɔ twe machines fa mmɛyɛ nka drip na ɔmo fa nyɛ development a one back actor saa machine no as engineer yɛmfa nyɛ kwan ade a wobɛtumi de ayɛ no sɛ wode bɛ dredge anaasɛ wode bɛ twa gata apart from that no saa back actor machine na ɔmo de wɔ a yɛfɛ no excavator ɔmo de wɔ bush wɔ no yɛmfa nyɛ kwan ɛnyɛ bulldozer na wode atwi bibi so saa machine no you cannot even use it for anything apart from dredging and excavation of trenches or let's say drains enti ye kochi se ewo water body na se omo tu a ye hye me catch us say declare war say burn all excavators at forest reserve and soon any besa ye project send the net here na me ko trap video no edba no but it's like I don't know who are those briefing the president but the president was misled by coming out to give that directive say excavators should not be burnt but it should rather be arrested or confiscated from the people and give it to the drip and those things.
Okay.
That policy, if we don't implement the burning, if the president doesn't reverse that decision and give order, burn excavator, forest is therefore keep excavators or
Dabi.
Water bodies or keep excavator or
Dabi.
What open they or Yehua. Ni ahye no me ka che o se ye ke start she excavators a wo de fa kwan a eko all galamsey side wo bo hu se low bed machines no o ma ye busy o kwan no so obi atwe ne machine den
e de ba
okay but say ye nchi one forest guard ko jira ho no so one on to machine so a ne oba ye say obi obaje ni sika no apere bi yakọ o be da ho so ba biku no enti one me kwa da forest kwa ye bretu na ye kan say kwa bretu
yeah
and no kwa su na wote na we forest guard na galamsey say omukita etua de ade no o se omo nkotena ehonom anajo embo machine ba ko ho ban ye de tu be twiji uso ka de tu be si uso ka je say free as si ya na ye ku afi so until the president reverse the decision of not burning excavators we are not ready for the fight at all. I can see the president willing to fight, but he has not been briefed well with regards to the burning of the excavators decision that he reversed.
Mate, may I say Azobela Salam Emmanuel and Alton Kano, Executive Secretary Adam GH. Good morning, PSA. Please ask Azobela. Okay, PSA, let's be truthful in this country. Our government is largely failing on the fight against illegal mining. These are the wrong things we are doing that won't help. Number one, decision not to repeal LI 2462, contrary to our promise. Number two, deporting foreigners who engage in illegal mining. Number three, non-declaration of state of emergency. Why did we criticize Osafo Mafu then? Was Aisha 1 a Burkina Bay when we criticized a deportation? Dignity, Medase. JJ Harrison, doctor. Yepon. Galamsey no account there. You tag for Moses saying.
Yes, say Omanpay repeal LI 2462. That amendment, it doesn't send the right signal.
Okay.
Say the kind of first, our forest reserves and water bodies must be declared no-go red zone military areas.
Okay.
And Asrafon, they are ready. Obika Asrafon, they are ready. Obwa, they are ready. If you give them the free will to go and flash out these people, the can say it is for Equa or Galamsey, even if we are not going to ban the excavators, if we have the military there, open action a better chance to follow a usual. In the interim, we should have short-term, medium-term, and long-term measures.
Okay.
In the immediate term, we should deploy the military into these areas that have been declared red zone, security areas. They are flashing out all these people. Sabi Shamfine eya de bakope. What I say? So banning the fabrication, importation, and all those equipment should be something that should be on the front foot. If we ban it, if you see it, say it's illegal. We should not be condoning these criminals. look, Obia will declare war on you, no? You're entreated with kid gloves. When we are at war, may say, what another time about, I will tell you about, and so many and yeah, edible for you to drink. Oh, yes. Baby, make a Yago almost as no news or this are matters in a question assassinity, not the Anian. There's a reason why you know he did that. In general, so Ufuntum, Nasa, a bona metals, you will know Ebony, Nasa, Miaba, any so a Kafra would you in the kidney failure, madness, and yet, somebody, and you're red and one among of Wire High, make renal lead, and Mauya High could a red. Sir, so you may come at you. Until your kidney is failing, you are high, you are getting crazy and all that. The price, you know, yeah, economics now. Mama Yanfa, the cost of reclamation and because in the account also, sports mine is contributing about $4.something billion to the economy. Name how much is it going to cost to reclaim those lands? 3-4 times that amount. And you know, in the net we are losing. Those who are telling you otherwise, they are not telling you the truth. And you know, says cannot tell you deploy the military all of as quickly as possible to all those areas. Me, I've spoken to many top hierarchy of the military. They have said so one free hand say young coaches and go for ya on my fe Gamzi and your mafe and Ghana Safo. These are well trained people in the air, or on the land everywhere. And yes, sir, drones, yeah, make what some office fly drone at Bombay Sango for you now. And yes, what you say? We don't say drone. See, I'm fast from if we think we are going to endanger their lives. Yanfa drones. Intimation. Let's not take this fight as a joke. I'm just saying this. You can win everything. You can make Ghana the best economy and everything. If you fail on Galamsey, you would have failed as a president.
May I say, Dr. Joe Jerry Harrison. UTAC Secretary at University of Ghana, or Checheni at University of Ghana. Me da se wo ba ye na obeka ye ho mrepem ye bese hia na yasa bonko bo sanso na Emmanuel Salama Zubela enso Executive Secretary edema Adam GH ono so eba beka ye ho ye din komofa Electoral Commission ho ma petition mampanyi se wo nyini free ho na wa bondodo. Piesie, I'm watching you live. The Germain Salad EC should be shown the exit. Which serious EC uses Coral draw in 2024? The incidence of SAL alone can guarantee her removal. We a doctor to Brent you and our day message we and so a free is legon and our non so a day a buy or some and so I heard you made a brekum our Bruno, say hello, good morning, bro. Please, I'm with you. Please, these people are not good though. MPP for yo yate yada se mo amhwe adwumadi mo amode mo messages by yemre no kopa ye na de Maria time yada masese mo kan ye ho Dwaboase adwumadi ye otanya kopon ya doma no nsi abopon sima dunum ye besa ba betena se na ya ba besom oman ne ye besom oman no ye kwa home kakra wo ena me ena ebe ye oman ne ye Emmanuel usu na hyehyɛ adwumadi we ede ma me oni ni producer Ella ena afi Desmond Soa etinchima fidie ye wo ahama me Karma Crew Willie ena Ralph ene nkrofo ewo MCR woman so ebo mechi dom midin e di Piesie Okrah boys prefect chief tankers honorable without constituency minimia NK Obrempon ena ye di dwumadie we e di somo yakopon ya dom a wo chena nopa ye besan ehia biom obompa ya bubi ma me wa mesrew ehia mpa ye ne pa Dominus Vobiscom hasta la vista, have a nice day yapon.